Congrats, M, on the first. Hello, everyone. This is gonna be another stream. I'm gonna try to stay freaking. Why is my desktop audio not working? Hello, 1 second. Here we go. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. Hi. And congrats on the first. It's because it's a Thursday stream, huh? Maybe I gotta shake things up a little. Girl, welcome in. Moody, welcome in. Hi, everyone. And we're doing a Handcam stream. I really have been looking forward to this. I have a couple of poems, more than a few, that I've been writing. And I want to transfer it over to my journal. So I'm quite excited. My desk is a mess. A fair warning, guys. My desk is a mess. My desk mat is also a mess. There's some stains on it because I may have eaten and some of my food splashed on it and I forgot to clean it. But I feel like everyone has a desk like this. I usually clean it like once a month, my desk mat, and I forgot to do it. So it is what it is. But welcome in. Happy Thursday. It was a very chill day for me. Actually, my boss ended up giving me tomorrow off as well, so I have the whole weekend off because it's gonna be raining really hard, and she was worried about my driving because I am not really allowed to drive in super risky like areas just because of my health. So I got a lot of days off. So I kind of allowed myself to be lazy, which is really nice. I was watching Solo Leveling. I got through all of season 1. I'm not gonna lie, I posted this on Twitter. Solo Leveling is kind of mid for me. I can see why people like it. The concept is really cool. I'll say that. The concept is cool, but the writing is kind of lacking, I would say. Like, it doesn't feel like we have really any in-depth characterization other than Jinwoo, which I think is the point, which is what Hamudi was saying. But I wish we would go more into detail about everyone else. His sister, his mother, his friends, like his freaking old guild master. I don't know if that was his guild master, his squad leader, whatever. I wish we got a little bit more. So it's all right. The fight scenes are pretty good, but it's pretty mid. I was too locked into rivals. I forgot. Last minute rivaling before the update. I was playing Pokemon at my desk till the Switch said low battery. Just like me, for real. Let me see if I can tell what you ate just from the food crumbs. I mean, it's clean. There's dog hair. And I mean, you'll see in a second. You'll see in a second. Visitor World, I've been indulging in a little time theft lately. I've been really I wouldn't say burnt out on my games, but there's nothing that I own, and I own quite a bit, has really interested me. I really want another open world survival game, and just none of the games I have interest me. I don't know why. Judy Moody, welcome in. Everyone say hello to YouTube, by the way. Welcome in. Oh my goodness, we just started. Hi Salt, welcome in. For those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Bubblicious. I'm a strawberry VTuber just doing my very best. Welcome in, y'all. How was your stream? How's everything? Hi YouTube. Yeah, very Minecraft server. I'm not really in a Minecraft mood though either. I'm guessing tuna melt and our pokey. No, it was from chow mein. I accidentally splashed some soy sauce. I think it was the chow mein. Because I kept my desk relatively clean for a long time, but sometimes I just want to eat at my desk, and it'd be like that sometimes. Okay, hey, I'm gonna be freaking relatable, all right? Hi Rando, welcome in. She was good, starting the newest expansion of Final Fantasy 14. Nice. I hope you had a lot of fun, Salt, and make sure to get some rest, okay? Get some food, get some water, get some rest. Take care of yourself, all right? And thank you again for the raid. I'll try to be a happy, cozy space for your little saltoladdles. It's saltoladdles, right? Little, hopefully that's correct. Oh my god. There's a joke. Name one character of Solo Leveling. Easy man, other than Jinwoo. Hell no. Get me out of here. Like, I feel like... Okay, I really... Actually, I'm gonna let... For those of you guys that have watched Solo Leveling, I need... take a guess at who my favorite character is. I feel like it's pretty easy if you know me well. It's nice to still change after Endwalker. Nice! Let's go. Saltoladdles. Yippee! I got it right. I pay attention. I try to lurk in my friends' streams even if I can't chat. I do my very best, What can I say? Well, not Brando. That one guy. Brando. I said if you have watched it, take a gander at who I like. Freaking Brando. I'll see if I can pull him up for you guys. How do I do this? The beefy tiger guy with the orange hair. Yes. Yes. Saul got it right. Yes. I love him. He's great. We didn't get to see much of him in season 1. I'm hoping we get to see more of him in season 2. But I do really like him. Like, goddamn, holy shit. Him and then the is he a bodyguard? I don't think he's a body. Is he a bodyguard? The blonde dude, the A rank guy, that's like just doing business, taking care of the president of the Hunters Guild. I think it's the Hunters Guild. I'm not sure. Or the Surveillance Guild. I'm not really sure. You knew it. Guildmaster with that furry power or the A rank agent? Wait, it's both of them. You got both of them right, Hamoudi. Wait, that's crazy. Read my call. I called both. You did. You did call both. That's great. Yeah. I liked him. I liked that he was just quiet. He was quiet and stoic and just very like down to business. It's cool. I like that. It's funny. I was wondering if you called Bo. Anyways. Anyways, let me get things sorted. So I'm gonna put you guys on the BRB screen just so I can get everything ready, and then we'll switch over to poetry, right? So give me un momento. Let me know how your guys' week has been. I'll be right back. Okay, I'll return. I'm ready. Is this the right way? Do I need to switch my camera? No, this is good, right? Am I the right way? You guys can see this, yeah? You can read this, right? Everything is good, yeah? Do I need to switch it? Is that... Hold on, this might be the wrong way. My camera is upside down. Give me 1 second. Okay, that should be better. Yeah, there we go. It's like, sorry, it's not correct. Okay. I love that A rank agent. He was one of the characters that actually got a bit of screen time. Yeah, I mean, I like him so far. He's pretty cool. Darkest Wave, welcome in. How you doing? Happy Thursday. So yeah, we're gonna do poetry writing, but I like to do a lot of yaps. I have a lot more stickers this time around that I haven't really gotten to open. A lot of these are like flower stickers, which I think are really cute. Like a lot of flower stickers, okay? Like a lot. I like flowers, so I'll be able to like decorate it. Ooh, this one comes with leaves. A lot of these are pressed, but just a lot of flower stickers. We have the old stickers from the other time. These ones that are really cute, and also some more in here. So we got a lot of different ones that we can add in if need be. I think I need to start up like actual journaling. I talked about this before, especially now that my like health or my memory has gotten a little worse. I'm not sure. Also these stickers, those are really cute. Oh my god, I don't have any nail polish on. Pardon my nails. Like look at this one. Look at this one. Look how cute that is. That's adorable. We got that one. We got a little cow. I don't know where I actually got these from, but I have them. I think this is a paw. I can't really tell. I think it's a paw. I really can't tell. This one. We got a mushroom guy. I don't remember where I got these from, but they're... Oh, this one's got a little dumpling on it. Little guy with the camera. Very cute. So we got a lot to do. Every time you do a hand cam stream, I'm like, I really need a hand rest. I have 2 calluses on both my palms because I keep pressing them on either the mouse pad or the laptop itself. Yep, I got this for my wrist, so that goes with my mouse. And then I have I have this one for my other hand, for my WASD. I make sure to take care of my wrists because I was also getting a lot of wrist pain, and I was like, I don't like that. That don't feel good, and I need to fix that. So I just don't like that. So if you guys are new here, if you've never been to one of these Handcam streams, I write poetry. Right now, I don't write them like on the fly. I wish I could be like that. I probably could write a few, but I do write all of my poems on my phone. So I'm just transferring them over into an actual physical notebook because I like to have them in my notebook. But I need to double check what I've written, or what I've written down. Stick? What stick? What do you mean? What do you mean by stick? But I've written quite a few. Let's just see. Let's take a look. See. Oh, sticker. Sticker. So I didn't write anything on the first page because it's kind of hard to write in. And I think if I ever lose space, I could add stuff here. I'll have to pull it out a little bit for you guys to see. We got Honor the Heavens. We have After the Rain. Oh, wait. This would be really cute with that because it's like After the Rain. Sticker, I hardly even know her. Pharrell and Kira Rold and I were always playing at night. The only reason I kept stopping was because my palm used to hurt and all. Yeah, honestly, just get like a squishy. It really helped me a lot, I find. An hour after it rains, the snails slowly come out to play, whilst worms dance their heart away. So, either we put a flower here or we put the little mushroom, because I feel like mushrooms come out when it's raining. I feel like that would be really cute. No food crumbs. What do you mean? Look, it's dirty, but like here, it's not that bad. Like, yeah, that's I don't know. It's not that bad. I maybe made it out to be worse than it was. Yeah, maybe I put this one here. Arts and crafts is nice. This is definitely gonna be like, don't mind. If you guys need to learn, go for it. These types of streams are usually a lot more relaxing because I'm just out here narrating and yapping. There are times when I wonder if I didn't have such a bad stuttering problem, I do wonder if I could like narrate like an audiobook or something, because I used to read stories to like my little cousins all the time, and I feel like oh my god, the sticker. I feel like I could do it maybe if I control my voice well enough. I've become a lot more confident with my voice, I think. Definitely in the past year at the very least, I definitely think I've become a lot more confident. So I feel like that would be a cool thing to try. A cute little project. Nostalgia. Crumb. A crumb. I wish I had like a cake sticker. That would be cute. I don't have anything for this. Some of these don't have stickers and it makes me sad. But they need stickers. Voice acting in general, I think, has always been something kind of like fascinating but scary to me, because I would love to try it, but I also don't know if I'm very good at it. Blue hat. Blue hat. Blue hats. Dreams. DNA. Okay, that was the last. Okay, that was the last one that I wrote. I want to put a purple flower here. I feel like purple flower would be very pretty. They've got a lot of different types. What are these, like primrose? Is that what it's called? A primrose? What are your guys' favorite flowers? Do you guys have a favorite flower? I love asking my friends, especially if they have a favorite flower. That don't seem right. I want a bigger flower here. Oh, I like this. Yeah. I guess we could do multiple. You like lilacs? Ooh, lilacs are so pretty. That's a good choice. I like lilacs as well. What's the deal with this? Maybe I should do two smaller ones, actually. TikTok started showing me VA prompts. I could send you those if you want. Prompts? Like do a stream with with voice acting prompts. The thing is I don't think I'm that good with like too many voices. I can do a good southern voice. I don't even know if it's good. I can do an okay southern woman voice. What is this? And maybe like an old lady voice, but I'm not really too sure if I'm good at the rest. How does this work? This is a sticker. Supposedly this is a sticker, but I don't know how to peel it. Right. Is it actually a sticker? How does it work? Or is it like I have to glue it? I might have to glue it. I'm not sure. I mean, it's not a big deal if I do have to glue it. I do have glue. I don't know if I want to use glue right now, though. It's fine. I'll do these later then. Figure this out later. Because I'm not really sure. Oh. I think it might be glue. Close that. Okay. What about you? My favorite flower, plural. It's hard to pick one. I really, really, really love morning glories because my grandmother used to have morning glories that grew on the side of her house, and I've just always loved them. And they reminded me of like little houses that fairies would live in. Speaking of fairies, I have a poem that I wrote about fairies. That's a good segue into it. And then I also am very classic, and I just like roses. I really love red roses, but just all roses. But yeah, so morning glories and roses. Orange tulips or orchids? No shit, not Minecraft. Oh shit, not Minecraft. I mean, orange tulips are really cute. I don't feel like I hear a lot of people say they like tulips. That's cute. You like white roses? Yeah, roses are just the classic, right? The TikTok where just read these lines with this mood with some background text, with background music as text scrolled on screen. The idea, I think, is you record yourself on top of it. Oh, I see. Hi, Kira. Welcome in. I see. Hi. Yo. Okay. I'm gonna do, this poem is called Fairy Slumber. I used to be obsessed with this idea that my handwriting needed to be perfect when I wrote in a journal. And now I'm kind of just allowing myself to just write without pressuring myself. And just enjoy it, because journaling should be enjoyable. It doesn't need to be like overly like perfectionist, right? So peony's my second favorite. Smells are a big deal. Oh yeah. Oh, I also really love pansies, like the violet pansies. I think those are very cute. I'll read this poem after I write it, as per usual. This is actually a relatively long poem. I wrote this. Most of my poems this week that I've been writing have happened while I was walking, because I tend to do nighttime walks now. I just find them really enjoyable. So I'll listen to music like this, for example, walk under the stars and just think about life. And that's where all these poem ideas come from. So hi Mythos, thank you for the head pats. I appreciate it. You guys get to see my handwriting too. Funny that you're talking about tulips, because that's the first line of this poem. When do we get more poem tweets? I just did one. I literally just did one yesterday, Sis. What do you mean? That was the one about I know that you don't cry, but it's okay if you do, if you want to. That's literally one. Sometimes my poems are very short. Welcome in. Say less. What do you mean? What do you mean? I mean, sometimes I post my poems early on Twitter. More of those, chef. Don't worry, this whole stream is about all the poems that I have written this week. I sometimes wonder if I should send them to friends, but then I feel like it's a bother, so I don't. I almost sent one to Uses. Actually, it was this one, Fairy Slumber, but I'll read it out to you guys after. It's a very long one, so bear with me. Can I fit this all? I hate squeezing it in. Yeah, I can. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry, I was echolalia quoting you. You made good sense. Oh, okay. Send them. I love them. It's not a bother. Yeah, I'll put them in the writing channel occasionally. I think part of me also is like I should save them for poetry streams, because it's fun to show you guys everything that I've written in these ones. We see you have a functioning hand, thus we are one step closer to discovering your secret identity. My secret. Oh no. I can identify her by her left pinky finger alone. Oh my. Ah, I messed up my R. I remember thinking when I was younger that writing with a pen was scary because if you made a mistake, you'd have to scratch it out. But it's like not a big deal, even if you do have to scratch it out. But I had that epiphany again when I was in an art class. I've only ever taken one or two classes, actual art classes in uni. And I was really scared because I don't know much about art, right? I just did little sketches here and there. And one of my assignments was to fill an entire sketchbook, like a whole sketchbook, like 150 pages, with just sketches. And it can be anything. It could be something that you observe. It could be something that you tried to reference, whatever. But my art teacher's number one rule was that you had to draw with a pen. You were not allowed to sketch with a pencil because he wanted you to just get more comfortable in your strokes. And he wanted you to be less harsh on yourself if you fail. So I actually think it was very clever. It was a really clever idea. But yeah, so I think that's also made me more comfortable with writing / drawing with a pen in general. It's like, yeah, I mean, you just own it. It's pretty cool. She speaks English. She has hands. There's a 35% chance she's human. 65% a creature imitating a human to learn how we behave so they can evade us. I mean, that's why it's so hard for me to talk, right? sometimes my favorite flower is snapdragons and lilies. Oh, honestly, I think that suits you. But that's because I was just joining in. I was asking what your guys' favorite flower is. You guys have a favorite flower? OMG Cinderella, sorry. Next Cinderella movie. She's a VTuber. I've done a lot of art in pen because teachers want you to learn that mistakes are okay and go with the flow. Yeah, it's very smart. It's very smart of them. Oh my gosh, speaking of things we know about Bubs, have you had Monocle's Pizza? I have never heard of that in my life. I have never heard of that. Is this music good for you guys, or do you want me to do something even more chill? I like spider lilies. Them cool. Spider. Ren, are you okay? Did you just wake up from a nap? Are you good morning? Wrapped in like silk. So I have a question. This poem has 3 sections. Do you guys want me to read each section out for you, or would you rather wait until I finish writing the whole poem to read it out? Because I don't think you guys can actually see what I'm writing. Might be a little difficult for you. But let me know. Now, this is how I talk it now. There's always a chance it's a Midwest thing. Monocle's Pizza? I used to love Steak and Shake. When I was a kid, it was like my favorite place to go to because we weren't really allowed to go out much for fast food or anything, but my mom would stop by Steak and Shake every once in a while and had that black and white aesthetic, and it was like, it felt so cool and magical. I loved it. I like roses because they start with R. Yeah, roses are so pretty. I love roses. A little just red roses with the baby's breath in it. Oh, so cute. It's very, very pretty. Yep, and write, then read the cooked meal chef, but it's up to you. Yap and write. Okay, got you. How good will it be if you write it fully compared to the sections? I think it'd be better if I just write it all at once and then read it to you. There's a lot. I think I have to put it on 2 pages, actually. I'm really proud of this one, actually. I kind of cooked with this one. And I'll tell you the story about why I wrote it. You guys have like cutesy handwriting? I used to be self-conscious of my handwriting because, like, you can't tell, my handwriting is very much like, it's not typewriter, but very small. It's not very bubbly girly. And I used to wish that because my sister has very bubbly girly handwriting, and I used to wish that I had that too, but I don't. I really thought these would be stickers. Maybe I should get my glue because I really want to put flowers. I want to put these flowers in here. Pretty orangey color. Doesn't matter to me. I'm a dumbass and read the whole thing. Ruined it for myself. Read the whole thing. Oh, that's fine. My handwriting is atrocious. Really? Everyone tells me my handwriting is good, but I don't believe them. Oh, I think I have a good handwriting. I've been told that a lot. And I used to be I used to get paid to take notes in college. for people with disabilities. So I would take notes, and then they would copy my notes on the oh my god, what's it called? On the copier, the copy machine, print machine. What is it called? The printer. Jesus. And then they would hand them out to kids with disabilities. So I would get paid for every page of notes that I took. Also because I'm a good note taker and I have good handwriting. But yeah, handwriting is readable, and that's what matters. Same. I will say, I think certain pens make me have better handwriting. This pen is not my favorite. I want to get a new pen. I really like the felt tip pens, and this one I hate, but it is what it is. My handwriting looks 10 times better with that. Damn, I could not do that. It was nice. One time, my friends and I all tried writing with our offhands. Mine came out more legible than usual. That's crazy. I don't think I could ever write with my left hand. That would be... Are you guys right-handed or left-handed? Or ambidextrous? Ambidextrous is pretty rare. Pretty cool, though. I struggled taking notes in uni because I couldn't write or type fast enough. Oh, I'm a pretty fast writer. I'm yapping right now, but trust that I usually am. It's just also note taking is a skill. I think you kind of have to know what is important to note down and what is kind of just filler. And you don't necessarily have to write everything down either. You can do a lot with you're right-handed, but you can do a lot with your left. I certainly can't write with my left at all. Wish I could though. I'm absolutely not ambidextrous. My left hand feels so useless. My left hand literally doesn't want to move some fingers on their own. I tend to do everything with my right hand alone, including typing. Oh, typing too. Yeah, actually, I think some things you use your right and left for, like, you know, piano or typing, driving. I mean, you still use your left hand, but it feels useless sometimes. How many redeem points to make you write a word with the other hand? Bro. Why do you want to see me embarrass myself? My sister claims I was born lefty, but our grandma taught me how to write, and she's righty, so supposedly I adapted and learned everything righty. Yeah, I know you're a lefty, Brando. This, I agree. That would be funny. I mean... Brother. I'm gonna ruin my cute aesthetic freaking thing. Do I have a paper I could write on? I'll write this. Oh god, okay. I don't even know how to hold. I'm gonna write my name, okay? Oh god, I don't even know how to hold this. Okay. I write like a 3-year-old child. Ah! Do you see that? Do you see that? I don't even know how to hold my pencil. My pen. Why is my name so long? There you go. Gorgeous, right? Is that good enough for you? It's so bad. Oh, man. It's really bad. Oh, Jesus. Twitch streaming VTuber asks why people want to see her embarrass herself. Yeah, I know. I probably shouldn't have asked that. You want me to do push-ups now? Really? I was so comfy. Okay, damn, alright. Well, don't say that, Harmonia. Now I don't want to do that. God, 1 second. Better than yours? It's pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie. There, leave that there for you. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, Link. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, fuck, 5. I need to vacuum my rug. Sometimes you don't realize. Sometimes I don't realize my rug is covered in this much fur until I turn on the like the big light instead of just my ambient lighting. Consider, she didn't want to embarrass herself, so she took extra crayon writing it. That's above her average with that hand. I mean, yeah, I actually don't think I tried to go slow. It's just that I don't know how else to write it. I was trying to figure out how to hold it. Jeez. Don't worry, we'll finish this poem eventually. What's your favorite letter to write? Is there like a favorite? I think, what's my favorite letter to write? D, G, B. B is a fun one. A capital B, capital G. X. X is... Oh, X in cursive is very pretty. Q. M. M is a fun one. I love M. Math, because of math and you could do a little curve and make it pretty. In cursive, S. In cursive, S is by far my favorite. Where can I write this? S in cursive, like... That's so pretty. You can also do G in cursive. X is just this, right? But I love S. You don't know cursive? Oh, gee, me? Yeah. I need like an extra notepad. Oh, here we go. What's another one that I really like? J is just fascinating, isn't it? In cursive I? In cursive I is just I. Huh? Cursive, it's just I, no? Like, Also, Q is kind of the same as well. But S has by far, if people whose name starts with S, you guys are so lucky. You probably have the coolest freaking signature. You can do so much with it. I really love it. Actually, Z is cool. That's Z, by the way. If you guys didn't know, if you don't do cursive. Okay. That's J. That's Z. That's S. This is G. That's G. Cursive Q looks like the number 2. You're right. You're right. I forgot. There's like 2 different forms of cursive that I learned. Yeah. That's Q. It's been a minute since I've written cursive, actually. Oh, maybe I can fit this all on one page. Huh. How do you guys hold your pens? Is it the same as me? I hold my pen like... I've seen people hold their pen like this with 2 fingers out, which is so interesting to me. I always hold mine balanced like this. And that's also how I hold my chopsticks. You guys hold it the same way? You hold it differently. My signature is R, and the rest is scribbled. I'm pretty solid about mine. I like a capital H, but just because I made up a way to write it that I think is better. That's what's cool about cursive. It's kind of like, yes, there's specific ways to write it, but you can also kind of have fun with it. You hold it on your ring? On your ring finger? Oh, so you do it with the 2. So you do it with the 2 as well. How do you write like that? Huh. Same as you? Almost done, guys. My mom had 2 on top and I tried to copy her for a while, but they trained me out of it. Yeah, actually, that's probably what happened with me. I have a very British grandmother and she was very particular about how we held things and our manners and whatnot. I wonder if learning cursive is why my normal writing is terrible. I mean, I think if anything, cursive made my handwriting better. My whole life I've been writing cursive. After a while, I deleted the capital cursive letter and switched them with the normal capital because it's less tiring to write. Honestly, I can see that. Yeah. I grew up learning cursive, also Arabic, which is very similar to cursive to me, and then, you know, regular writing. But I used to have to keep a lot of the notes and like transcripts for like the animals that I work with. So I grew up writing a lot, not just like poetry and short stories, but actually like keeping physical records and stuff for our farm and whatnot. So I guess that helped my handwriting. Link, I can hear you growling. Link. Okay, are you guys ready? Almost done. Is it easier for you guys to understand something if you can like physically see it written, like subtitles? Or do you guys understand things if I say it out loud? Because sometimes I wonder if I should write this on the screen for you to understand it as well. This is a long one. I wasn't joking when I said this is a long poem. It's a very long poem. I'm gonna hold it out here for you to kind of see, and hopefully that's readable. Okay? Arabic is quite close to cursive if you compare it with normal typing. Write something in Arabic? Maybe. Let's see. Okay. So, this poem is called... Sorry, my shaky ass hands. Actually, should I leave it down here? No, it's probably easier like this. I have shaky hands. Okay. This poem is called Fairy Slumber. Okay. I think fairies would sleep in tulips, dreaming sweetly as velvet petals caress, crafted within a soft embrace, wrapped in dawn-kissed dew-like silk. They'd sigh in pollen-scented slumber, tiny wings folded like secrets, whispering to petals of rainbows, of stories only flowers remember. And when morning showers her gold across the garden, they'd rise with a flutter and a giggle, leaving sparkles in the air and a hush of magic in bloom. I kind of cooked with this one. I was having fun with this one. I had a lot of fun writing this one. The idea behind this poem was literally because I saw an acorn cap on my way home from my walk with Link, and I was just thinking about like if a fairy were to wear that as a hat, how cute that would be. And then I was thinking about flowers, and like what kind of flower would a fairy sleep in? And then I was like, I think fairies would sleep in tulips. They seem the most comfy. And then I wrote the poem. That's where the poem came from. I don't have a fairy sticker. I sure wish I did. Oh man. These are not stickers, man. I thought they were. I'm really bummed that they're not. Let me check again. But I really don't think they are. Even though it said that they were. Yeah, I think this is just like a... But that would look so cute. I mean, I may as well just add my own. Anyways, how do you guys feel about that one? You have fairy stickers I'm on my way. Oh my god. Apparently these flowers, these are not actual stickers. These are like, I have to glue them in. Do I feel like going to grab my glue? No. Maybe. I think it needs it. Okay, I'll be right back. But if you like the poem, let me know. If you guys think fairies were to sleep in flowers, what flowers would they sleep in? I'll be right back, okay? I'm gonna be so honest. I think I think Link hit my keyboard. How did that happen? Anyways, that was weird. That was interesting. Not fully mature sunflower look like a comfy bed. Laying down, having sunbath sounds so good. Why did my screen switch like that? What the heck? Moody's onto something. What are flowers that close at night? Daylilies. Fairy would sleep in daylilies. That sounds really comfy too. Ooh, I like that. Where'd my pen go? Link? What happened to everything? I mean, I have another pen here, but where did my other pen go? Mr. Link was on my desk snooping. He was snooping. Anyways, this is why I always try to have my BRB screen, but he also maybe Link trying to stream. Let's try to find a. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. Let's do a short poem because this one took me a while to write. This one's called Cry. A short one. I know. I also write sideways. When I'm writing my thing is sideways. I don't know why. Do you guys write straight or do you write sideways? Like I have to have my notebook sideways for some reason. I don't know why. What is the science behind that? I feel like it's the only way to help me write normally. I don't know why, but I'm not feeling this music. Does it count if I'm the one who's sideways, not with the book? I guess? I suppose? Okay, I like this sticker. I think this sticker is very suitable because she looks like she's about to cry. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you need a good cry, you should let it out. It's quite good for you, actually. I hope you guys know. You guys know it's alright to cry. I don't know why. I don't really know why I write sideways, but I do. It's kind of odd. Anyways, this is called Cry. I know that you don't cry, but I don't mind if you do. If you want to. Oh, wait, hold on. That says if you need to. I read it wrong. Not a joke, I'm being dead ass. I don't sit straight when I write. I sit facing aside. I kind of do both, I think. Actually, I think I kind of do both. Okay, next one. Ooh, this one's about rain. I haven't written this one, right? Okay. Yeah, I like this one. Ooh, the rain one. I also posted this one. So I don't know what Sis is talking about. I also posted this one not too long ago. Yeah. What is this guy talking about? So I couldn't find the glue. Or I guess we're not gonna use these stickers today. Sad. The quote-unquote stickers that are not stickers. So I'm gonna put them away so I don't get sad every time I look at them. Gosh. Gosh. Oh. I like stickers. I've never really been like an avid sticker collection, but I always used to feel like if I had stickers, I was afraid to use them. And now I'm like, you know what? If I have stickers, I want them to be immortalized somewhere, you know? I'd rather them be used than just sitting useless somewhere without ever looking at it. But I still don't buy them very often. This sticker sheet has to be one of my all-time favorites though. It's got so much emotions in it. I really love it. Okay. This poem is called Rain. Rain. I don't blame Sis. For some reason, I didn't see it until today. He literally liked it. This guy. Did you guys used to keep journals or diaries? I feel like I could never take myself seriously with a diary, but at the same time, I wish I had kept one more consistently. I think it's kind of cool to go back and see it, like what your younger self was fretting about. Because, like, when you grow up, it feels like it's not too much of, like, an issue. Like, way back when especially when you're a teenager, everything felt like such a big deal. And then you grow up and it really wasn't. Well, some of it was a big deal. Non-stick stickers, we call them ER around here. What is that? What does that mean? I really wish I could just play rain sounds for you. Actually, I have something. I do have something like that. Un momento, por favor. Is that not much? I'm gonna make you guys fall asleep. Is that not so much more relaxing? Okay, that's a little loud. That's just a little loud. That's even more loud. Okay. There we go. This is what I mean. This is what I mean by you need to work on your delivery. It's a dumb joke. I'll keep forgetting that I'm way too smart. Y'all keep missing the joke. No, I didn't get it either, and I want to know. Your delivery is just ass, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand. OMG, I got it? What? The stickers no stick. They just ers. I see. Okay. I see. Naruhodo. It's just I see. I understand. I understand. You guys cross your T's together if they're like next to each other, or do you cross each one individually? I got a real laugh from me once I got it. I see. Probably funnier because it had to be explained. Appreciate it. At least someone is big brain enough to appreciate Peeg. That's crazy. But my finger is starting to get red. Jesus. I've always struggled with writing too hard. Like, I wish I could write lighter, but I always like press super hard. I don't know why. I'm like very heavy-handed with my pen. Together, my French teacher hated it. Huh? I feel like an idiot. Okay. This poem, I finished this one. This poem is called Rain. Let me read it to you. Rain is unavoidable. It brings unity and quiet, forcing you to slow down. A quiet pitter-patter that gives you time to think. Maybe I should have said time to breathe. Now I think about it, I could have changed that, huh? The T? Gotta be so honest. I still don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. What sticker do I want?
Oh yeah.
Maybe not one of these actually.
Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, potato! Hi! Thank you for the follow. Welcome back. I don't have a sticker. I don't like any of these. You asked if we crossed the T's together. Oh, I immediately forgot. I'm so sorry. I immediately forgot. Welcome back, Good Potato. We missed you. I have a friend whose favorite thing is to like explain every joke she tells as if you didn't laugh enough, so she just tells you why it's funny, you'll laugh more. It's my favorite bit because I probably didn't understand the joke and do need it explained. I'm the type of person that just laughs at my own jokes, you know? I am my own best audience, let's just say that. Oh man. Oh man. I don't have a sticker for this. Oh, every time I do this and I'm like, oh, I need a sticker. Or I just need to know how to frickin' draw. I need more. Okay. What's the next one I want to write? Like I said, I've been writing a lot, so... Oh, some of these are a little bit personal. Hi Blue, how you doing? Welcome in. I'm writing some poetry today, but I wanted to ask, do you have a favorite flower? And also to Dead Potato, you don't have to answer if you just want to lurk, but if you want to answer, I'm asking everyone what their favorite flower is. Also, I'm double checking if I've written this poem down. Let me see. I don't think I have. Oh, this one had rain. Oh man, I should have kept that one. Frig. Okay, no, I didn't write this one. Okay, this one's kind of a sad one, but I feel like it's nice to write these things down sometimes. I wrote this one, the rain one? I wrote this when it was raining outside and I went on a walk. Most of the time it's a walk, to be fair. Give it emotional Rekkas. I've got some good ones, some bad ones. Well, not bad in writing, I should hope. I feel like there's only so many different ways I can underline something because I try to be creative with how I underline things. But, whatever. A rare writing and reading stream. Hi, Decaf. Yeah, I'm writing poems right now. Yes, yes, yes. I tend to write my poems in my phone whenever I go on walks or I just get inspired whenever. I have a notes app on my phone and I like to transfer all the poems into like my physical journal. So there's a lot of poems that I write. A lot. I do tend to write a lot. So I'm just transferring them in and reading them out to you guys because a lot of these I have never quite shown you. And so I like to read them out and show them off a little bit. Welcome in, Decaf. How are you doing? And also, question of the day. Do you have a favorite flower? Poems are fun. People can try, but that's about it. That sounds like a poem itself. I love that. I mean, I don't feel like there can be a rhyme and reason to poems, but I think that's the fun part about poetry. It's like, yes, you can follow the iambic holy shit. You know what? I am not one to give advice about poems. That's all I'm gonna say. You could do couplets, you could do haikus, you could do follow the iambic pentameter. There we go. Or you can just have fun with it, write whatever you like, and maybe it doesn't classify as a poem. Maybe it just classifies as a short story, a few sentences, whatever it is. But that's the beauty of writing. It just lets you express yourself, right? That's why I like it anyways. My favorite flower is the yellow hyacinth. Second favorite is the red amaryllis. What's the amaryllis? Oh my god, I didn't know what that is. That sounds gorgeous though. The hyacinths are also very gorgeous. I'll explain the meaning of this poem afterwards. Hold on, I keep forgetting where I'm at. There we are. How's the music, by the way? Is it too loud? Too quiet? Hopefully it's just right. I keep writing in one direction. My pen is like leaning. Can you see this? The actual tip of my pen is like starting to go upwards because I'm only writing in one direction. And I write really hard. That's what the character's name Amaryllis. Thank you, Decaf. Music is perfect. Okay. Patiently over time as I messed up a little. It's fine. We keep moving forward. Mistakes are not the end of everything. I remember reading some words before and I couldn't tell you who exactly wrote them, but this was not me that wrote them. So I want to make sure I'm not crediting myself for this, but it was these words. It's okay to make mistakes. It's your first time being human after all. And I thought that was really inspiring. I really liked it. And I think it rings true. You know, you're going to make mistakes in your life. It's our first time being here. And that's all right. You know, you live and you learn. And if you accidentally hurt someone, do your best to apologize and make up for it. You know, but we're all gonna make mistakes, and all we can really do is learn from it and move on, right? Okay, this poem is called Death. I wrote this. it sounds like a silly reason to have written this because it was after my gecko passed away and I was really sad about it. But I feel like this can apply to a lot of things, a lot of people in your life that maybe you lost. Hi JD. Oh, JD, I saw that you had redeemed join the Discord off stream. Brenda, are you still here? Brando. Cause in order to get you the Discord link, we're just gonna need you to open up your Twitch whispers so we can send it to you. Alternatively, if Brando is not here, I can try to message Happy and have him send it to you. Because I don't know if Brando is here. This is a poem from Doki Doki. Perfect as in purring because it's really comfy. God damn it. I got you. We'll give Brando a few minutes because I don't know if he's here. Ay, Dios mío. Oh, he is here. Okay. Just make sure you're Brando. Would you be able to send the Discord link to JD? All right. Let me read the poem to you guys. The poem is called Death. It sounds happier than I meant it to be. let me sober up a little. I say sober up as if I've been drinking, but it's a phrase. Sobering up doesn't necessarily mean you're drunk. It can also mean just being serious. Yeah. Hooray, death! Death can be fickle. It strikes in a flash, the brutal sever of golden thread, or it waits patiently over time as the fabric slowly unwinds. There we go. That's the poem called Death. Demonetized! Brother, if I was drunk, I feel like you would know. Because I would be in the hospital. I can't drink. I really like this one with the cat. I feel like cats sometimes are used as a symbol of death, an omen of death. So I like this cat one a lot. Alright, death. That's crazy. That's crazy, Daya. I've unfortunately lost a lot of, close loved ones over time that have passed away. So this doesn't just apply to my gecko that that I lost. And then in my line of work, I've also experienced a lot of very, very sad things. That can be quite frustrating. It's tough in the medical field and also in, animal medicine. Regardless, I think it doesn't matter if it's an animal or a human. Death is difficult to witness. And I've had a lot of animals pass away in my arms, despite everything that you've done. Sometimes, it's sad. It's sad. I've had many times where I would leave a very rough shift at work and I would just be like bawling my eyes out in the bathroom. And then I would stand up and do it again the next day. It's a rough line of work, but who else is gonna do it, right? And the animals need your help too. My pinky like curved. Pinky curved. I feel like I have some fingers that are just like curved. There was that poem of moments that make you happy. Did you already write it? The silver lining ones? Actually, I was going to write that next. Let me find it. Let me find it. Here it is. Silver linings. Yep. The concept of a silver lining is really cool to me as well. Alright. This one is called Silver Linings. And I'm gonna make this one. The other one was already lines, but I feel like this is kind of cool if we do it this way. 1, 2, 3. Silver linings. Maybe we put like a circle at the end of each of these. I feel like that's kind of cool. Kind of cool. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's okay. Silver linings are. Do you guys know what the concept of a silver lining is? If something really, really bad happened in your life, but something came out of it, for example. Now, the origin of a silver lining literally comes from clouds, right? So a cloud will be very dark, angry looking, but if there's sunshine behind it, it creates this almost halo effect behind the cloud, and that's the silver lining behind the cloud. So that's the actual physical phenomenon of it, but people take that as a metaphor. So like, the dark cloud, but there's sunshine behind it that's lighting it up. So it's like, yeah, there may be a dark moment in your life, but there's something bright behind it that makes it a little better. That's kind of like the metaphor for a silver lining. Do I sound like a teacher? That's why we have our glasses on today. I sound like a teacher. So this poem is just about what I find, you know, silver linings in something. I actually really like this poem. Sometimes they're so simple but cute. When ulting with Moon Knight and die, but you still managed to get a quad. Oh my god, I was literally talking about this yesterday. I die almost every time I ult as Moon Knight. I don't know why. I just always die. But I usually get kills, so. The last bite of a sandwich. Find a silver lining, disco panicker. Yeah, find your silver lining. I've been called out for being too positive in my life sometimes. Some people did not like that I always managed to find the quote-unquote silver lining for every bad thing that happened. They're like, not everything has, you know, positivity. Why do you always gotta try to find something positive? Like, they called it toxic positivity. I didn't see it that way. As someone who has had a very rough childhood, a very rough life, I think I found it better for my own mental health to try to find the good in things rather than only see the bad. But I also learned from my experience, if someone doesn't want me to try to find the positive in their negative experience, then I will keep my mouth shut. And if they want me to just listen to their problems without trying to make a solution, I will just listen to their problems. Sometimes people just want to vent. And that's something I had to learn being autistic. And I think I'm hopefully getting better at that. And just listening to people talk without trying to find a solution for it. I hope so anyways. That's because when you try to ult, you throw yourself in the open for a good ult, so you become an easy target. You sacrifice your life. I guess that's true. I feel like my handwriting is getting better now. Let's go. There was recently a poem that I had heard about, and it was oh god, it was like about it was like, oh god, well now I can't remember it now that I wanted to talk about it, and I forget. I think it was about plums. Does anyone know about the plum poem? I swear it was about plums. It was such a simple, like, very cute descriptive poem about plums and like how her husband ate the plum that she was really looking forward to eating. And I don't remember what it was called, but I think I really liked the vibes of it. It was very cute. I can see where they're coming from. I watched a fun video about empathy that it makes it easier for me to not jump to offering silver lining sympathetically because it can come off as pity. Yeah, I think I didn't used to think of myself as a highly empathetic person, but I think especially now, the opposite is true. I definitely think I'm very empathetic. I feel things relatively deeply. I cry at TV shows, you know. Maybe it's a 50-50. I can be very pragmatic if I need to, but I care a lot, especially for those that I'm really close to. I do care a lot, and maybe make people's problems my own too much. But I care. I've eaten the plums that were in the ice box. Thank you, Em. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking about. Yeah. That's exactly the one I was thinking about. Thank you. I'm glad you knew. Link, you can't go outside. It's raining. You're so... Oh, he's gonna be upset for the next few days. I hope you guys know Link is going to be very upsetty because it's raining and he can't go outside. Because I don't want my room to smell like a wet dog. You want to say how mad you are, Link? I mean, yeah, there are people who just want to drown themselves in sadness, so giving them a bright side feels too blinding to the grim mood, so I get why that would be annoyed. Yeah, and it took me a while to understand because I felt like... I was like, why would you be upset about me just trying to make your day a little better? And I didn't understand. But yeah, looking back on it now, I can understand why it could be annoying, because I was always the type that I was like, yeah, it sucks, but like, why not try to find something better? Because my whole life sucked. So I always tried to see the positive rather than just be stuck in it, because then where would I be? Leave me alone. Oh my god, I got sidetracked. I love that we have this Twitch category now. Writing and what is it? What is the Twitch category called? It's writing and reading. Yeah, I love that that's an actual category now. That's really cute. Door held open with a smile. Okay, I'm back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Were you able to get into the Discord? JD, do you have a favorite flower? Your laughter. Thanks. You're in the Discord. Yippee! Welcome in. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm doing this right now. But do you ever wonder about in TV shows or anime or movies or whatever where someone is like reading a letter and they're reading it out loud? I guess it's just so that you know what it's saying. But I always hated when they read it out loud instead of doing the whole like voiceover. Technically, it's in your head type thing, or the other person is saying it. Because I'm like sitting there like, why would I read the letter out loud? If someone gave me a letter, I'm not gonna just sit here and actually physically read it out loud. I'm just gonna read it like normal. And I get it's just like a movie concept so that, you know, you could understand what's in the letter. But it was always kind of a pet peeve of mine. I was like, that doesn't make no sense. That doesn't make any sense. I'm not sure about favorite flower. Really? What's the one that you think catches your eye the most then? The part where the other person is like, yeah, man, that sucks, I'm sorry, is really important to me. Sometimes I can imagine all the positives to a situation, but I need someone to see the part where it sucks too. Yeah, that makes sense. I've been learning over time social situations and what's appropriate to say and what's not. And I'm trying to get better at it. I think it's something I still struggle with because I really do want to just comfort them. And my idea of comforting is trying to show them the positives. But yeah, sometimes people want you to be like, yeah, but like it sucks. And I have to be like, oh gosh, yeah, that really does suck. I hope I'm getting better at it. I don't know. Hi Crimson, welcome in. How you doing? We're writing some poetry today. And also I like to ask, do you have a favorite flower? I definitely had to learn that too. My family of origin did not acknowledge feelings. Yeah, that's tough. I think my family did acknowledge feelings, but they often said that you were being over dramatic or selfish for feeling your feelings. Not bad. Hope you're good. Yeah, I remember you saying you had a really busy day. I hope you're able to chill out a little bit. Oh my god, I almost messed up, but I fixed it. Don't worry, guys. Yes. Speaking of silver lining, when your team throws your absolute go-to game, but you broke your tanking record, does this count? I saw that. That's crazy. Well, a rose, but that's because it's been plastered all over. Hey, roses are one of my favorite flowers. I don't care if it's classic and cliche. Roses are pretty, and they're popular for a reason. My favorites are roses and morning glories, and pansies as well. But you can't really put morning glories and pansies in a bouquet. So if I were to get a bouquet, I really like roses. Roses smell so good. And my grandmother had an English rose garden that she cared for with her entire heart, and they always produced the most gorgeous, sweet smelling, massive roses that were like the size of your hand. They were so pretty. And she would make flower arrangements every time we came over for dinner, and because she was very artistic, my grandmother. And so she would just do such beautiful flower bouquets, because it wasn't just the roses. She would add in like leaves and other flowers and even sometimes branches that were like very artfully arranged. I think there's a name for that in Japanese, for like flower arranging, or is it just flower arrangements or just plant arrangements? But my grandmother did something very similar to that, and it just, yeah, I mean, maybe that is partially the reason why I love roses so much. That's probably definitely a reason. One of my favorite anime usually keeps the main character's mouth off screen whenever he monologues, so it's kept ambiguous if it's external or internal, especially because other characters only occasionally interact with it. Yeah, like I get it's supposed to be for the movie, but sometimes it's just like, why are you talking out loud to yourself? You don't do that. You would not do that. It's great to come out of a loss knowing for sure you did a great fucking job. I'm assuming you're talking about Marvel. Rivals. What is that? What is the art of flower arrangement called in Japanese? My keyboard's over there. If someone wants to Google that. Oh, Ikebana, yes, thank you. If you guys didn't know, my keyboard is over there. I don't want to reach across to Google it. um. Oh, I think this music choice was so good. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah, Ikebana is like the art of flower arrangement, and they always do it in a very purposeful, impactful way. Like every flower, every leaf, every branch is arranged in a very specific, very intentional way. And I love that. I love doing things with intention. You're not just doing it for the sake of doing it. You're doing it for a reason. You're doing it to make that impact. You're putting this branch here because you want the eye to be drawn to that for a specific reason. You want the whole image of the arrangement to be viewed in a specific way. It's really cool. I've loved reading about Ikebana. Keyboard is over there. Damn, I really didn't know. I need to clean my keyboard. I need to clean my whole desk. I would do a keyboard cleaning stream, but I feel like that could be gross because I know my keyboard is filled with fur. There's so much fur in there. I feel like that would be gross. Okay. All right. This poem is called Silver Linings. I'm gonna read this to you guys. Can you see it? Is it okay if I leave it down here? I feel like it's easier than me shaking hands trying to lift it up for you guys. I thought you were talking about bonsai at the start, but then I was like, wait, flower. Oh, ikebana. Yeah, it's like the actual art of doing something. Let me chug my water. Okay. Silver linings. Silver linings are the last bite of a sandwich, rainbows in a thunderstorm, forgotten coins in a pocket. A door held open with a smile. There laughter that aches, rain scent rising from the streets, a song with bittersweet memories, and silence soft enough to rest in. Hopefully this makes sense, because everything that I picked for this poem was like something that could potentially be bad, but there's good in it, right? The last bite of a sandwich is like, my sandwich is gone. Oh no, that sucks. But also the last bite is so perfect, you know? That's what's great. Rainbows in a thunderstorm. I'm in a thunderstorm, but oh my god, look at that. There's a rainbow. Doors, forgotten coins in a pocket. Like, bro, I don't know where my coins went. That sucks. Oh my god, I found it like 3 months later, and now I have extra money for myself. Door held open with a smile. Like, I just really wanted it to be, like, you know, definition of a silver lining, and I hope that portrayed it well. Depending on the person, some might find it satisfying, some might find it disgusting. Yeah. I do need to clean it though. I really do. Rain scent rising from the street. That's just my preference. The smell of petrichor has to be in my top 10 scents. Do you guys have a favorite scent? I know people find this one weird, but one of my favorite scents is actually horse manure. Because I grew up on a horse farm, so it really reminds me of my childhood, and it's really comforting to me because I used to fall asleep in the hay stacks in the barn, and that's just the smell that I was surrounded by. So hay, horse manure, petrichor, freshly cut grass, because my dad always smells like freshly cut grass, fresh laundry. What are some other scents I really like? Cedar, like any type of woodsy smell. It's so good. Lavender. I know manure is probably the strangest one. My cat, after she's been sunbathing, specifically after she's been sunbathing, I think she smells so good. Link doesn't. Link smells weird, but my cat smells great. You know what's better? You lost your money, but you didn't realize until you look through your jeans pocket to find a freaking 10 dirham and treat yourself to cozy breakfast. Yeah, see, it's nice. It's like, it's the silver lining, right? It's great. I love that. Okay, I have a actually still have a lot more than I realized. Oh, I still have a lot to write down. Okay, then let's do the snowy night one. I like this one. This one I wanted it to be like, can you like Flynn standing in the I think I wrote this because I saw a really beautiful art piece someone had drawn of Flynn's in a pitch black night walking through the snow with only his lantern. So it was just like the silhouette of him in the snow with his lantern. And so I wrote this poem because I just thought the image of it was really cool. So this poem is called Dark Sometimes my face gets really close to the mic. Sorry. Snowy night. Okay. I'm trying to think of any other favorite scents. Favorite scents are the ones that I listed. Favorite sounds, obviously rain. Favorite sounds, rain, crunching through leaves and also through snow. So the sound of crunching through a really good leaf and also crunching through snow, such a good sound. What are some other sounds I really, really like? I know sounds I hate. What are you doing back there? What are you doing back there? You're doing something you shouldn't. I know that. What are some other sounds? I can't think of any. I just know that I like rain. And I like crunching leaves. And I like, ooh, boiling water. Especially if you're making pasta. Like when you're stirring through pasta. I don't know what it is, but stirring through pasta is such a nice sound. I really, really like that one. That's a very specific one. The cats purring. I feel like these are all relatively relatively popular ones, maybe. Especially cats purring. Bread, fresh bread, good goated smell. Oh, you're right. Anything baking, actually. Anything that's freshly baked is a really good smell, isn't it? Have I put you guys to sleep? Should I tell you guys a bedtime story? I think I told you guys about how one of the reasons I started singing a lot more, especially when I was younger, is because my mother had really, really bad night terrors, and I was a very light sleeper. And she used to sleep on the couch a lot. I don't know why. She would just fall asleep because she worked really hard, and she would get home really late and fall asleep on the couch. So she would get these night terrors, and I would go downstairs, or I would still be down there reading or whatever, and I would sing songs to her to calm her down, and then help her upstairs and tuck her in. So I used to do that a lot, and I think that's part of the reason why I started singing. It was my mother. She always loved my voice. Something she'll always talk about. Even though I don't personally feel like my voice is that soft and calming, she's always said that my voice was. She just hasn't heard my gremlin side, I guess. The sound of coffee maker in the morning, the steam gurgle. Oh yeah. Oh, pouring the coffee like that. That's not at all what it sounds like. But you know the pouring the coffee. That's a good one. I like that one. Smell of a forest. Yeah. Just like overall, the freshness, right? That's true. It is. My voice? Well, when I'm talking like this, sure. This is actually how I talk in real life. Believe it or not. I tend to be very overly excited for streams, so you guys get to hear my excited voice. But in my day-to-day, this is more like how I speak. This is because I have half my headphone off, by the way, so I can actually hear myself, and I'm not getting overly loud. So this is actually how I normally sound. My parents didn't drink coffee, so the only place that smelled like coffee in the mornings was my grandma's house, and that was a good place. My mother was obsessed with coffee. She'd drink 5 cups a day. It was maybe a little unhealthy. There we go. Smell of the air and the fog. Where I live, that's not a good smell because it smells like car exhaust and smog and chemicals. But I can maybe imagine it if you're out in the countryside. That would be nice. Noise of the water heating before it comes out. I think the sound the sound I think of. It's like popping, bubbling, hissing. I know exactly what you're talking about. I mean, I also said something similar. I said boiling water. So kind is similar. There's something about it that's just really nice. If that's your IRL voice, then yes, your voice is way more calming than even I thought. Yeah, this is what I usually sound like. My mother, I used to get yelled at because my mom was like, you need to speak up. Stop speaking so quietly and don't mumble. Because I always spoke really softly and also mumbled a lot. Wet leaves is a good smell. Yeah. Well, I think that's kind of similar to petrichor, no? Wet leaves, wet earth, just after it rains, because I think that's petrichor, right? Ooh, I'm gonna have to do this tilted a little bit. Probably, right? Petrichor is just such a good smell. I mean, I'm not in the countryside, but probably because I live really close to the ocean. Oh, so it's kind of, is it more like an ocean breeze smell? The ocean breeze in certain areas can smell really nice, but again, where I live, the ocean smells like freaking gross. I'm gonna try my best to put this in italics. It's hard to write italics though. But I'll try. This one is more of a story than a poem, but I like it. I forgot I wrote this. You know how there's like, are epics considered poems? They're called epics, right? Like Beowulf, for example. Is that considered a poem technically, or is it a song? What is an epic considered? I thought epics were considered poems, but I'm not sure. Ooh. Oh, you ever just write something without really thinking about it? Come back months later and you're like, God damn, what the hell was I on? I wrote so well here. I think Beowulf is a poem, but it's considered an epic, isn't it? Because it's really long and it's like, I thought it was called an epic, where it's like it's multiple pages long. It's like technically a poem, but maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it was. I think. This one was kind of long. I forgot. Oh, I can't wait to read this one out to you guys. Oh, I like this one a lot. Hope you guys like it too. It's both a poem and the earliest European vernacular epic. An epic poem. Okay, so yeah, it is called an epic. Okay. I thought so. Did you guys ever used to make snowmen when you were kids in the wintertime? If you have experienced the winter anyways? Well, I remember there was one winter in particular where the snow was actually sticking really well. Because I feel like the snow doesn't always stick well. And we were able to like roll snowmen like in the cartoons because the snow was just sticking so well. And we had a snowman contest and my mom was like judging which one of us made the best snowman. And I made an old lady with an apron and I used my knitted scarf and gave her a little hat, and then I put like mittens on the end of her sticks. I made a little old lady. I made a little old lady snow woman, and it was really cute. I don't remember who won, but I just remember that winter specifically because the snow stuck so well that we were able to make multiple snowmen, and we were so excited. We spent all day making snowmen, and then came in all rosy cheeked, and my mother made us hot chocolate, which we didn't usually get to have. And I just remember that day specifically. It was a really, really nice day. You often forget just the little things, especially in your childhood. Little days like that you had fun in. The snow by the Great Lakes is damp and sticky, but the snow in like the middle of Illinois is so dry and sandy. It was great when it was wet enough to pack. Yeah, Illinois is where I grew up. And most of the time it was dry, but every once in a while, being protected while listening to fun poetry. Yippee! Good job. I'm proud of you. And thanks for lurking. Okay, we do a comma there. Is there a moment in your childhood that you really remember, something that sticks out in your mind. Because yeah, that story that I told was one that I really remember. It's something that I just remember. I remember in such vivid details. I don't really know why. I think I meant to put a sticker on this one. Problem is a lot of my stickers are very silly, goofy, and I don't know if these are suitable. Okay. So this poem is called Dark Snowy Nights. And I guess you can technically classify it as a poem, but you'll hear when I talk about when I read it out loud, it doesn't really read like one. So regardless, I hope you enjoy. I really do love this one. Kind of popped off, huh? So let me push it up for you guys if you can read that. It might be a little small. Sorry. On a dark snowy night, silence wraps you like a blanket. The stars, your only companions, watch as you walk. Crunch, crunch, crunch. A single lantern sways in your hand, its glow carving shadows in the white. On a dark snowy night, your heart wavers. A snowflake kisses your cheek, beautiful and frightening, like a secret the night won't tell. I like this one! I like this one! Oh my god, I'm so proud of myself. I like this one. Very proud of that one. This is a perfect one, I think. It's kind of the imagery I was going for. You got lost at SeaWorld one time. That was scary. Oh, so you really remember that? You remember, like, the details of getting lost? I don't think I remember ever getting lost. I was very much a rule follower. My mom had a rule, that we had to either hold her hand or hold, like, onto her sleeve. And if she had a cart, we had to hold onto the cart. You were never allowed to not. And I was always, like, I was always following the rules. So, that was definitely something I did. It's quite a scary, calm and cute poem. Yeah, kind of a combination of all three. I really liked it. Hi, Patat. Welcome in. How you doing? I'm writing my poems. I wish you guys could see Link right now. He's grumpy but sleepy. We're just telling stories about like what's a very very fond memory you have from childhood. And also, if you want to tell me your favorite flower, although I know your favorite flower. But if you would like, I'm asking everyone their favorite flower. I remember telling my dad that I wanted to put the toothpaste on my toothbrush by myself. He said, you don't know how much to put on it. And I could read so young that I'd read the dosage off the tube. And I said, yes, I do, a pea-size amount. And he paused and then said, well, I know how big a pea is better than you. He didn't expect you to actually know what it was. That's so funny. I kind of like feel that though. I feel like if I put too much toothpaste on my toothbrush, I get real nauseous. Like, I can't do too much. Same with gum. Like, if I chew gum for too long, it makes me nauseous as well. I don't know why. We all want to know Patat's favorite flower. Oh, God. On God. I have a group chat with her and our other friend, and we told each other our favorite snacks. And also our favorite flowers. So if we're ever having a rough day, we could DoorDash that to each other. And then we pin the message. And so now we have a bunch of pinned messages of all of our favorite snacks. And like our favorite flowers. And like our favorite movies and stuff. So that if we're ever having a rough day, we can like... Because even though we don't live next to each other, we can send care packages to each other. I just think that's a cute thing. And if you do have a group chat with friends, you should do that with your friends too. Or keep a list of your friends' favorite stuff. Because I love doing care packages. I love it. I used to sneak reading books late at night when I was little. I was talking with my dad about it a couple years ago, and he was like, honey, I know. Why do you think your flashlight never ran out of batteries? It's so cute. I remember sneaking my books because I was a chronic reader, and my was my mom. It was a different family member used to take away all my flashlights and everything, but little did they know. They didn't know that I had a globe in my room that lit up. They thought it was just a regular globe. So I took that globe to my closet, went all the way to the back of my closet underneath a bunch of clothes, and read the entirety of Aragon in one night with my little glowing globe. Then I remember it was like 6 a.m. and I could hear the birds chirping, and I scrambled back to bed right before we had to get woken up. It was very funny. Memory that stays with me is usually just some football related stuff. I mean, that's a good memory though, no? I think it's a good memory. Stop it, what? That's the most adorable thing. It's adorable. Patat's dad is so sweet. Patat's dad is like, oh my god. When we were traveling through Vietnam together, I had a lot of moments of guilt, especially when I was feeling overwhelmed or sick. And he was just so calm about it and very supportive. And yeah, Patat's dad's very sweet. Booklights were the hottest commodity in my house. I got in trouble because I would read too much. Oh, I'm gonna do the self poem. You guys may know this one because I posted this poem on TikTok and YouTube, so you'll know this poem. But I do want to write it in my book. So yeah, Aragon is so good. Yeah, I don't think it was the first Aragon. It was the last one. What was it called? Eldest, I think. But my favorite book from the Aragon series is the second one. I loved the second one a lot. Not because I had a crush on Murtagh or anything. Not at all. Not at all. W pick. Yeah, I was just really excited because like the book had just come out and I wanted to read it. It's good. I love those memories. See, like early childhood memories. I also remember it was winter time again, and you guys know black ice. If you're on snow, you'll know what black ice is. It's just like when there's like rain that freezes on the road and turns it into ice. So we had a bunch of black ice and we had a really, really long driveway. And the driveway kind of sloped. So we used to take the trash can lids and we would slide down the front of the driveway all the way down on trash can lids. And it was like the greatest thing ever. And my mom used to make us make our own ice cream, and that was like her way for her to get us out of the house in the winter, because she would. So basically how we made ice cream is you take 2 cans. We had a big can and then a smaller coffee can, and around the smaller one inside the big can we would pack with Epsom salt, and then we would put all the ingredients in the smaller can, so like the vanilla extract, what was it, what did we put in there, ice, what was it, I think it was ice, and like berries or whatever we wanted in there, and then you had to roll that can. You had to roll it. So my mom would let us take it outside and we would roll it around the driveway for like 30 minutes. My mom had very clever ways to get us out of the house because we didn't have like TV or like video games growing up. So she had really clever ways of getting us out of the house and making us do things. And then we would make our own ice cream. We'd come in all cold, and then we get to eat our little ice cream sweet treat. And it was great. Dairy, you need a little dairy. Dairy, thank you. I was like, what am I forgetting? Yeah. Yes, that. Okay. It's gonna feel weird reading this poem again because I literally posted it, but it's fine. I want to write it down. Yeah, childhood memories. It's fun to reminisce, isn't it? My grandfather also built us. Oh, I have missed that childhood home so much. There's so many stories I can tell you guys. And I will, because I need to yap about something. My grandfather built us a tree house, and it was like the tiniest little. I don't say built us. By us, I mean my mother when she was a kid. So she used to sleep in this tree house, have sleepovers in it. But I kid you not, this tree house was like maybe the size of my desk. Like you could barely stand in it, and when you sat down, like you'd have to curl up. And this was when I was like 10 years old. It was tiny, but for some reason, 10-year-old me really wanted to have a sleepover in the tree house. and it was on the night that it was raining and storming outside, and my mom, she was trying so hard to tell me like, no, you can't sleep out there, it's dangerous. And I just really wanted to sleep in that. I mean, it's a good thing that I didn't end up, because I feel like that would have been uncomfortable, and there are definitely a lot of spiders and leaks in that treehouse, but I really wanted to. I really wanted to stay in there. It was so tiny. So I never got to have my sleepover in there, but recently my grandfather expanded it. I'm not really sure why, because we don't live there anymore. My grandfather lives there. I mean, I guess maybe for like my little cousins and stuff. That could be the reason. There's a cat on my head. Brenda, do you have any childhood memories that you remember? Anything that sticks out to you? Mm. There's an E before the D. And I must remember that. I think I've really been appreciating slowing down in the evenings. Not to say that I don't enjoy hanging out with friends in BC and stuff, but I think I just needed a lot of me time, and I've really been enjoying it and having a good time. Mainly once of me being stupid and getting myself hurt. Trying to think of what. I distinctly remember one time my dad was replacing our sliding glass door, and we got home from school, and my sister loved to go and like tackle my dad in a hug. That was like her favorite. She does that to me, she does it to everyone. So we got home from school, and first thing my sister does, she sees my dad outside, and she goes to go do her bear tackle hug, slams her forehead straight into the glass door. She didn't see it because it was so new and shiny. She slams face first into the glass door, and I heard it because I was still at the front door. I heard it through the house, and I come out and she's like clutching her head like, oh, my dad is like on the floor crying from laughter. It was so funny. And that is not the first time she's hit her head on things. I gotta tell Brando, my partner got me an electric blanket as a surprise the other day. It's changing my life. OMG, I'm sleeping so snugly. Girl, I have an electric blanket. I have a heated blanket on my lap right now. I was gifted this last year, and it truly does change your life. It's so nice. Heated blankets. If you live in a cold area, bro, heated blankets will save you. Yeah, this is the same girl, by the way, who gave herself a concussion because she walked into a stop sign. She was, I think she was on her phone. This is right when we got it. We got a phone at 15. The three of us had to share, and she was on the phone, like texting or something. And she walks face first into a stop sign. But like, yeah, that sucks. Oh my god. But she falls onto the floor, clutching her head, and rolls into the street because she's always been a little bit, she's always had a little bit of a dramatic flair. So she's clutching her head and rolls into the street, and we're like on the main road because we were walking home from school, and I'm like panicking, like trying to get her up, and she's like getting mad at me. She's like, my head hurts, why are you touching me? And I'm like, you're about to get hit by a car. So I did the only thing I could think of, and I just rolled her. I put my hands on her hip, and I just like just rolled her to the side. It is so stupid. So stupid. Oh, I love my sister. Always the silliest things that happen. I remember one day my dad, my brother, and me were all up late watching superhero movies wearing our matching DC socks. Dad Flash, brother Superman, me Batman. Oh, that's so cute. Imagine if you guys had matching pajamas. That'd be adorable. Hello chat, I've arrived. Hi Happy, welcome in. I'm just yapping about life and also writing poetry. How you doing? I was just talking about, do you have any fond memories that like you remember very well from childhood? I'm telling stories about my sister now. I used the same royalty-free lo-fi. I just found it, but because I'm doing like, some of my poems were about rain, I was like, I need something with like rain vibes in the background. I don't usually use YouTube, but today is the day that I do. And it's such a vibe, I'm not gonna lie. Here we go. If you guys have any poems you want me to repeat, you want me to read out to you again, please let me know. I do not mind. Yo, the happy trash can of Ryan. That's crazy. Oh, Lynn, welcome in as well. Can we get a shout out for Lynn and Happy? Mr. Moderator, I'm going to make you work overtime for a second. I had to type the 3 times for my phone to not say, oh, I had to type 3 times for it to not to say moldy. I forgot how moldy. Is that the boob? Oh, we got Harlan here too. Jesus, everyone's here. Hi, Harlan. Never mind. I would give you the shout outs myself, but my keyboard is over there. So everyone make sure to follow Happy, follow Lynn, and follow Harlan. They're all very, very beautiful, lovely, very funny creators. Please do. I don't think we can give shout outs to everyone. There's too many haha at once. Harlan has pink hair, which I'm a sucker for. I collect all pink hair. Pink hair, especially pink hair male VTubers. I talk about it a lot. But what, I just tuned back in. I also remember my mom works in healthcare, so she'd be back home pretty late. So I remember I used to stay up late when I was young, It'll only be up to like 10 p.m. and write little letters and make hot cocoa. Stop. I'm gonna cry. That's adorable. That's so cute. What the hell? Oh my god, I love that. I get quiet for a second because I'm just writing. Is that why you've collected me? My pink hair? You don't have pink hair, do you? Happy, I don't know. I thought you were a demon guy. You have pink hair? Sorry, I was writing that message. No worries, no worries. So I paid my car off like 2 months ago, right? So I need to get a new car. What happened? Uh-oh, what happened? Uh-oh. This one's a long one. Cheese and crackers. My main model has pink hair. The demon was supposed to be a Halloween costume, but I fell in love with it. Oh, you need to send me what your main model looks like then, because I've only seen that one. Just remember the time my sister had a friend sleeping over, so I got to stay up with them while they played Mario Party. We only had 2 controllers, so you just watched. I loved watching people play video games. Just got off work, and so now I'm gonna turn into mud for an hour or 3. Yeah, relax, Harlan, and good job at work. I hope you have a lovely little rest. Maybe a little nap, too. Dog, like a couple years ago, I was chatting with my mom, and she pulls out this box with all my little letters, and bitch, I was crying. Aww. That's so cute. I love that so much. We used to do that actually, because my mom had us packing our own lunches. Basically from age 5 onwards, we were packing our own lunches, but we had a chore list, right? And so it wasn't just one person packing our own lunch. We would pack our brother and sister too. So we had this tradition of writing little like pictures and little notes to each other. And I would write we would always write it on a napkin with a Sharpie. My mom would do that to us. She would write her little notes with and she would put that in all of our lunches as well. It was really, really cute. And then we would write it to each other. It was like this cute little tradition that we had. I loved it. Some of y'all had very sweet families. This is very wholesome. I'm highlighting the good moments. I think we all are. Every family has its own struggles, but like I said, maybe I'm a little too positive sometimes. Do it. Goop time is important to health. I've never heard it called goop time, but yes. It's still kicking, but it needs new tires and an alternator to the tune of like 1500. It's 2008, so I'm just getting a new one. Oh, that makes sense. That does check out. Will, welcome in. How you doing? We're just talking about very fond childhood memories that we have, or just memories we remember very vividly. It doesn't have to be fond, I guess, but yeah. Okay, this poem is complete. I've already read this and posted this on TikTok and YouTube, but I'll read it again for you guys. So you guys already know this one. This is called Self. Where does the self reside? Beneath the ribs? Between the eyes? Perhaps the self is scattered in memories and feelings, words and meanings. Does the self exist only to ourselves? Or does it linger in the spaces created from others? That is the poem called Self. I hope you guys enjoyed. I have a sticker for it. Look at this one. Perfect. Perfect. That's not straight, but it's fine. It said, don't judge me. What is... Oh. Let me see. I feel like I've seen it already. Oh, I have seen this one. I have seen it. Never mind, I have seen it. Is that pink hair or is that red hair? That looks more red. I guess you could maybe... Is it dark? Super dark? Just gotta try to remember the good times, you know? Exactly, same. My mom used to draw a little guy in her notes to me. He looks like a little onion. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if I have one with me anymore. It's crazy. My mom had a very specific way of drawing flowers, okay? I'm gonna draw this flower for you guys literally right here because I don't... I'll draw it here. Right here in the corner and show you guys. She had a very specific way of drawing flowers and it was always like this. I'm speaking into my mic right now. Like very ASMR, sorry. Sorry. Okay, I realize you guys can't see me actually drawing it, but here. So she would draw her flowers exactly like this, and it was always on everything. Everything that she drew looked, all her flowers always looked like this. It was very specific. So I kind of learned to draw it in her style. It's very cute. She just had a very specific way. And she would like frame all her notes and stuff with these flowers. It was so cute, actually. Look at that. Reminds me of the line, the burden of other people's thoughts. Ooh, I remember that one deep. It was a little abstract, I guess. You know, it's a fond memory, getting up at the butt crack of dawn on a Saturday morning to go yard sailing. Oh, I love a good yard sale. My current work pants are, I got them from a yard sale in Kauai. And they were men's pants. And let me tell you, men's pants are durable and they have pockets for days. And I love them. I use them for work every day. My mom could smell a good electronic deal. Speaking of electronics and smell, my dad's favorite place to go on a weekend was Fry's Electronics Store. And I believe it's starting to close down those places. But I hated going there because it's called Fry's, right? And what do you think of? What do you think of when you hear the word fries? I would like to know. Because young Bubba thought of French fries. And when young Bubba thought of French fries, young Bubba got hungry. And Papalicious took me there and did not get me food. No, he was going shopping for electronics. So young Bubba very much disliked it. Anyways, that's the flower that my mom draws all the time. There you go. Yeah. My brain read yard sailing and I was like, what new kind of boating is this? That's a great point. What was y'all's best yard garage sale find? I want to say these pants. I really love these pants. I mean, I've found a lot of stuff, but I really like these pants. French fries? Yeah, French fries. Oh, hi, Abby. Can we get a shout out for Abby as well? Hi. Yeah. We're just talking about our favorite our childhood memories. Electronics, not edible, not food. Okay, I gotta say this. Like, I've said this many times. I didn't grow up very well. I was a very hungry child. I was like the hungry caterpillar, I swear to God. Even when we were doing well financially, I was a hungry kid. I think it's just maybe it was a side effect of being born a triplet. I was just always hungry. And my mom says the thing that I said the most to her was like, Mommy, when are we gonna eat? When are we eating, Mom? Mom, when are we gonna eat? Because I was a very fast talker. Right, and I was selectively mute. Okay, so I really only talked to like my mom and my sister and my brother. Sometimes my dad. I didn't talk to my dad much, unfortunately, when I was a kid. So my mom said the thing I said the most. I talked really, really fast, and I was always asking for food. Yeah, thank you for the shout out. Oh, I picked up The Emperor's New Groove on DVD for $1 when we were kids, and we wouldn't have ever seen it if I hadn't. It changed our lives. That reminds me, there are some, I feel like there are some movies out there that no longer exist except for DVDs. Like, they don't exist online either. Kind of like lost, it's kind of like lost literature in a way, but like lost media. That's the phrase I was looking for. Isn't that interesting? That's sad to think about. Okay, I think I have 2 more poems to write. Oh, good. We've been going on a good. Okay, I have another one, and this is actually very good timing because we were talking about childhood moments. This poem is called Moments. So let me write it out for you guys. Lost media is such a fascinating field to study. Yeah, I was listening to a podcast and he was talking about lost media, and like, you know, CDs and DVDs degrade. I don't know if vinyls degrade, but I'm sure they do too. But like, once a CD and a DVD has degraded, it's lost forever. So unless you back that up and you put it somewhere else, it's kind of lost forever, isn't it? Best memory was coming home from school, seeing a cat sitting in the big bay window of our house. I stood in the driveway for a good long minute before running in and asking if she was ours, or if we were looking after her for her friend. Oh, that's such a specific memory. I can literally envision it in my mind. I love the way you wrote that. Was she? Your parents told me and my siblings she was ours. She was your first pet cat. Oh, what was Kitty Cat's name? That's the best feeling ever, isn't it? Like getting a new pet that you weren't expecting. Oh, I love that so much. That's so cute. I have film that wasn't in distribution anywhere for like 10 plus years. It's finally gotten a new release, but it's a wild time for that sort of thing. Yeah, that's crazy. Tiffany, she was the most cuddling, loving cat. This isn't to make fun of you. When I think of Tiffany, I think of have you guys watched Adventure Time? I think of the Tiffany from Adventure Time. Tiffany is very specific though. Oh, that's awesome though. I love that. Thank you for the hydrate. I wrote this without editing it or really trying to reread it at all. So this poem is very much stream of consciousness, the one I'm about to write. Okay. Found my channel. Is she Booba or Bubba? The forbidden lore. My haiku for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, beautiful. Oh, you guys are so talented. You guys are great at writing poetry. I love it. I need more. All the Berry Knights need to be writing more poetry. Yep. We did nickname her Tiffers. She was the greeting cat at the pet store, and my parents adopted her right away. Aww. Actually, when I went to get my gecko a few weeks back, there was a shop cat there. He was sleeping in a pot, and he was like just in a potted plant. He was just curled around the plant. It was very cute. Go. You have a gecko? I have two. I have two geckos. I have Aristotle, who's a leopard gecko, and I have Anaxa, who is a crested gecko. Previously, I had Plato, but he passed away about a month ago, and Anaxa is taking over his old cage. Yeah. You have snakes? Oh my god, what kind of snakes do you have? I love that. I take care of how many snakes do we have at work? 20? Around 20 snakes at work. I love snakes. They're great. I had a pet snake. He was a ball python. His name was Mr. Persnickety. Because he was very persnickety. He was very picky about what he ate. So I named him Mr. Persnickety, and I was very proud of it. Even though most people didn't know what it meant, because no one knows what persnickety means. But if you do, then you'll understand his name. Two ball pythons, one eastern hognose and one west. Oh, you're joking. I was about to ask if you had a hognose, because the hognose is freaking cute, and we don't have hognose at work, and I want one. That's adorable. Oh my god, I love it so much. One of our ball pythons at work only eats chicks. Refuses to eat any rats or mice. Will only eat chicks. He's very, very persnickety. I'm telling you, ball pythons are persnickety. I don't know why. You're a zookeeper? Yeah, I'm a zookeeper. Here's a poem. It's called Kids These Days. I had 6 bottles. My niece had 7. He said it's 6'7", so I punched him. Kids These Days. That's crazy. That's actually a good poem, though. That's you should publish that. That's great. Who died and left Aristotle in charge? Plato. The good place applicable again. I just named my gecko after philosophers because their head empty, you know? And I think the juxtaposition is very funny, where you have these real smart philosophers and my real dumb geckos. I just thought it was funny. Anaxa fit because Anaxagoras is technically a philosopher. Not technically, was a philosopher. But I also like Anaxa from Honkai Star Rail. And Anaxa is missing an eye, and my Anaxa gecko is missing a tail, so... I bet you could teach him to do it if you made it schmelly. We have tried. It has been almost 2 years now. We have really tried. He went on a 6-week hunger strike. Refused. We have done everything. He only eats chicks. So I'm not gonna be. You know what? As long as he eats. You do a little smashy on the skull, and that usually gets him. No, he just doesn't. He just does not. We done everything. Like, trust me when I say we've tried everything. Is it that great? It's pretty funny. You could thaw them with chicks and introduce them by faking the smell. We did that too. Our chicks and our mice are usually thawed together anyways, regardless. But he was just real like, no. Yeah, I don't really know why. But the good news is a lot of the leftovers that some of the snakes don't eat will go to Kevin. Kevin is the great horned owl. And he loves the leftovers. We're not overly worried because like it's been 2 years now and he's never shown any issues. He poops consistently, he eats consistently every week. It's just always chicks. 6 weeks. My boy went on a 3-month hunger strike when I spooked him with a reptilink once. My old ball python went on a year-long hunger strike, so I know it's not a big deal. But these snakes are taken out for educational lessons, and we wanted to make sure that he didn't get exhausted going out and also not eating. So yeah, and because he has no issue eating chicks, we were like, why change it? You know, I'm not gonna stress him out and try to force him to eat something else. I still do offer with the chick. I still do offer stuff, but he just always only picks the chick. So, do you have a Steve? I feel like a Steve is missing. We don't have a Steve, though we did just recently get 2 baby rats, and their name are Ben and Jerry. It's very cute. And if he's eating, that's dope. Exactly. He eats every week. It's just that he only picks the chick. Just you and me and... Wait, just you and me, us and your friends too. Do 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 do, Steve. Do 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 do. The hunger sharks are so dumb, but they're an anxious breed. I mean, snakes in general, but my gecko also gets like that. He's also really picky. My gecko only eats mealworms. I've offered him waxworms. I've offered him silkworms. I've offered him phoenix worms. I've offered him crickets. I've offered him dubia roaches. Bro, hornworms. He does not eat anything except for mealworms. I mean, I just gut load them and dust them a lot so he gets his vitamins. But yeah, he's a chunker boy. Well, I feed him less. So instead of eating 3 times a week, he eats 2 times a week as per my vet's recommendations. He was like, if he's only gonna eat mealworms, feed him less and make sure you heavily dust his food. So he's all right. He's a little bit of a chunker though. One day you'll get Ibn Battuta too. No, so my dad wanted me to name my new gecko Ibn Battuta. I did not want to name him Ibn Battuta. Man's only wants his treats. Yeah, yep. And he went 6 months without eating. But weirdly enough, he was still fat after 6 months of not eating. Like, I don't know. I could talk about animals' ages. Don't open up that can of worms. I will, in fact, talk about animals for ages. Okay. Okay. I think I have a good one for this. Yeah. I have this one. This is a cute one. I'm realizing how little I know about reptiles. I primarily work with reptiles. That's my specialty, and I still feel like there's so much to learn. I was actually talking to my boss about this the other day, about how I feel like I have imposter syndrome because people around me are so knowledgeable. I literally got my degree in wildlife management, and I still feel like there's so much to learn and so many things that I don't know. There's also a lot that I do know, to be fair, but there's just so many animals out there and so much to learn. It's like, you know, yeah. So don't worry. My boss was like, she was like, really, you feel that way too? Because I feel like I've been in this field for 20 years. I still don't know things. Like, it's because our chinchilla, we had it moved upstairs by the tortoise enclosures because we just needed the space. But the tortoise enclosures, we had to up the heat because of the wintertime. We don't want them to brumate, which is like hibernation. So the chinchillas don't do well in hot temperatures. They need to be in cool temperatures. And my boss didn't know that. And this is while I was gone for the week, so I couldn't tell her. And so she was like really blaming herself. Thankfully, chinchilla's fine. He's all right. But he was just like a little too hot. And she was like, I can't believe I didn't know that. Like, I'm so terrible. And I was like, don't blame yourself. There's so many animals out there. Like, it's okay. It's okay. You had a chinchilla? He's such an asshole. Oh, you just have to handle them a lot. But yeah, we had a chinchilla once that was... Oh, he took chunks out of my finger. But our current one, he was a baby. A lot of the animals we get are rehab animals, right? So he was a baby that was found. And we raised him, and now he's a sweetheart, yeah. My Eastern is such a terrible pet, but I got her because people keep poaching the Easterns. They're gorgeous. So she's a captive bred breeder that I'm raising. Someday I might send her off to make babies to help the species hobby, but she's such a cutie. Aww. You know, that's the thing with gopher snakes as well. Gopher snakes have this really cool ability to... I'm sorry, pardon the nerd break, okay? Gopher snakes have this really cool ability to mimic rattlesnakes. They'll flatten their heads to look more diamond-shaped, and they'll rattle their tail amongst the leaves to imitate the rattle, okay? It's a really cool ability. They do that to kind of scare other, like, predators away. But the downside to this is that humans think that gopher snakes are rattlesnakes. So it's kind of backfiring on them. So gopher snakes are not imitating quite as often, and rattlesnakes have recently, in the past decade, started learning to not rattle. They will just strike with no warning because humans have started killing them so much that rattlesnakes are adapting and no longer rattling their tails. Kind of scary, ain't it? Kind of scary. They're kind of like, well, you no longer get a warning. Fuck you. You killed me? Sorry, no more warnings. Yeah. Shadows do that where I live too. Yeah, they're adapting. It's kind of crazy. You didn't want him to take a long nap with a small chance of death? Man, chinchillas can't have any fun now. No. OMG, I get this weird boost from that. I'm surrounded by PhDs and masters, and I'm sitting here with my bachelor in film who they have to listen to so they don't get nailed by federal regulators. Aw. One time in college, one of the ground floor dorms had a wild hedgehog wander in. We were so confused. I've never seen a wild one. Never seen a wild hedgehog, but we did care for some. It's so sad because I love snakes. I don't like... My dad... Every time we get rattlesnakes in our yard, my dad will take them out and kill them. And I get so upset at him because I would rather just put them in a trash can and relocate them. But my dad's like, no, they're dangerous. We gotta kill them. Kill them with like a shovel. And I actually like didn't talk to him for a few days the last time he did that. So now he knows not to do it if I'm around. I just don't think he needs to. We're in their area. And he's like, well, they went into our backyard. I'm like, it's still, at the end of the day, where else are they gonna go? Just relocate them. I always just use a snake stick, put them in a trash can, and relocate them. I don't know. I don't like it. Yeah, anyways. Let me not get too emotional about that. Let me read this poem before I get too into this. This poem is called Moments, okay? Sometimes I stand and let the breeze kiss my cheeks. Feel the sunlight against my skin and embrace the moments in the present. And embrace every little moment, yeah? Did I scratch my... Why is this so scratched up down here? He was my aunt that I was taking care of for a couple weeks and she never took him back. His name is Novio, Spanish for boyfriend. However, it was such a fun time to watch him take his dust bath. Yeah, oh my god. Our chinchilla's name is Francis at work. And he gets dust baths twice a week. And he freaking loves it. As soon as that dust bath goes in, he's jumping into it immediately. It's very cute. You must be European then. I am not. That's what's confusing. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, hedgehogs. It must have been someone's pet that they released. That's what happens a lot of times. Exotic, quote unquote, exotic animals that you find. It's just someone's pet that they abandoned or released. We can't have the European hedgies in America. They're invasive. And African pygmies are, well, African. Someone must have released them. That's my thought. Because I've never... I saw mongoose in Africa when I was working there. I saw pygmy mongoose. Oh my god, guys. If you think mongoose are cute, imagine seeing a pygmy one. They were like this big. Like so tiny. Going around hunting things. Oh my... Mongoose are so cool, aren't they? You had an African pygmy. We had the European hedgehog at work, but this was one that we were rescuing, and then he passed away of old age. Chinchillas are so dope. They're so funny, right? They're such silly little guys. One of my all-time favorite animals that I worked with was an opossum named Dexter, and she was very slow and mostly blind. But she loved her a good salad. So when I would make her salads, I'd chop up, you know, the normal fruits and veggies, right? Just lettuce and like a fruit of choice and a veggie of choice. But she also got wet cat food or meat on top of her salads. So either we would put a few pinky mice on top of her salad. She would get chopped up wet food. She would get chicken. She would get whatever. And seeing her poke her head out from her little burrow and sniff and then waddle over to her salad was like the best part of my day. I loved feeding her. She was such a cutie patootie. I think opossums are very misunderstood. Do you guys know opossums are like immune to rabies? It's pretty cool. So if you ever see a possum in the wild, an opossum I should say, you never have to worry. If they bite you, you're not gonna get rabies at the very least. They're immune to it. It's really freaking cool. I love it. Okay, last poem for me, but we can still keep yapping, don't worry. Yeah, I went to school in Virginia where they don't have wild hedgehogs as far as I know, but is the correct forested topography to support them? Apparently there are wild hedgehogs in the Pacific Northwest though. They're not native. Yeah, they're invasive. They weren't originally native. Someone released them, and then yeah. I was young when I had my hedgie and I wasn't qualified to care for him well enough in my opinion, but I gave him to my grandparents and my grandpa and he became besties. They take walks. I feel like that happens a lot when you're young. You have pets that you did not know how to care for just because you really wanted it and your parents agreed. but the parents didn't really know how to care for it either. And unfortunately, that's just how it goes. Same for me. Raising, we all had a hamster probably that died a horrific death. Mine didn't. Mine actually died from old age, but they did escape at one point. And my sister, when we were like, what, 6 years old? My sister had a tiny arm and managed to find him in the wall and grabbed him and got him out. But thankfully, our hamsters did not die of anything crazy. They died of old age, but I don't think their cage was very good. Pacific Northwest, and I've never seen a wild one. I haven't either. I'm East Coast and I've not seen, not East Coast, I'm West Coast and I've, In fairness, hamsters tend to inflict horrific death on them. Hamsters are a little stupid, but oftentimes the reason why they did that is because they didn't have enough enrichment. So in hindsight, all these people that hamsters have died this horrible death, it's because hamsters oftentimes were not provided with enough enrichment. The actual enclosure size they need is maybe triple the size of the quote-unquote cages that PetSmart and stuff will recommend. They need a lot of shavings, they need burrowing, they need stuff to chew on, they need stuff to make their little nests, they need a lot. And just unfortunately we're never provided that because of misinformation. I like the bioactive enclosures people do. Right? I actually had a full-blown bioactive terrarium for my gecko, my leopard gecko, but he got into stuff that he shouldn't have and got impacted, and so the vet has him on reptile carpet now. And I know there's many opinions about reptile carpet, but he's on reptile carpet. He's not allowed to be in any type of substrate anymore. He's been put in timeout because he kept getting impacted. I'm building 4 right now for my snakes, but the hamster bioactive are cool. I should send you. Oh, wait. Oh yeah, I have it on Twitter. I should send you my gecko tanks. They're pretty cool. How do I want to underline this? I'm not really sure. Dot. The last poem. Last dandelion. It's interesting because I think the more I write, the more I can kind of see what my style is. I actually do have a pretty distinctive style. I didn't realize I do. People are so stupidly opinionated, it's the Dunning-Kruger effect. I don't know what that is, but I agree. I feel like as long as your pet is happy and healthy and, you know, doing well, people have a different way of doing things and oftentimes they work, so. Also add me on Discord if you want. Yeah. I'll message you on Twitter after this. I love talking about animals. I got very sidetracked. Started talking about animals. I love talking about animals. It's the bell curve where people are too confident in their knowledge when they know nothing. I think that's where a lot of my imposter syndrome came from, because I thought I knew something and then someone would tell me otherwise, and I'm like, oh, did I not actually know as much as I thought I did, even though this is my literal career and degree? No, people are just know-it-all sometimes and not always correct. I'm just very gullible and very literal. Oh, I love this poem. This is a good one to end on. Oh, I love this poem. That's good though, because it's a bell curve, so you think you know less because you know more. Yeah, I think I have maybe too much of an open mind, the way I was taught growing up, and just from my own experiences, I would rather learn than cut someone off and not get that information. I think so many people have this ego of being like, I know it all, whereas I'm like, if I don't know it, I'd rather learn than have an ego about it. And in the animal fields, there's a lot of people that work with animals because they're not very good with other people, and a lot of us are very neurospicy, I'll say that as well, and sometimes we aren't open-minded, and I think we should be. There's a lot of research going on, a lot of things changing every year, so it's good to learn all these new things. Cause I'm only human, and I bleed when I fall down. I'm only human, and I crash and I break down. Your words in my head, knives in my heart. You build me up and then I fall apart. 'Cause I'm only human. I'm an efficient skeptic. Yeah. I will always Google something. And then either ask like coworkers or just, I don't know, I like to do research before I make up my mind, especially when it comes to animals. I know animals well better than anyone. Lions are the best. See my great knowledge, bow before my greatness. Did you know in movies, especially movies about lions, the roars that they use are in fact not lion's roars, but tiger roars, because tiger roars are a lot more throaty than a lion's. Lions are very bassy, and tigers sound a lot more like roar, you know? So the roars that you hear, like in Lion King, they came from tigers. Isn't that cool? It was very fascinating, again, when I was working in Africa, and you wake up not to the sound of a rooster, but to the sound of a lion's rumble. That sounds like a poem. Wait a minute, hold on, I was cooking right there. That sounds like a poem in itself, but yeah, you can kind of feel it rather than hear it when it came to lions' noises. Whereas tigers, you could definitely just hear it. It's a very interesting comparison, I think. And it's hard to describe unless you experience it yourself. Let her cook. I just kind of popped off right there. That's exactly how my poems start, by the way. I have that random thought, and I'm like, well, that's the start of a poem. And I'll write down the first 2 lines. It's usually almost always 2 lines that I come up with. And I'll write it down immediately and either finish it then or leave it for like later on. Yeah. See that song? I know it's great, but I kind of hated it. My high school grumpy-ass English teacher forced us to memorize and sing it. Which one? I used to want to work with animals, and I still kind of do, but I'm not emotionally equipped to deal with euthanasia. Yeah, I was actually talking about this before you came in, about how this field of work is very rough. Because I was talking about it's okay to cry. Sometimes after work, I would go to the bathroom and just bawl. It's rough, but you're also saving a lot of lives too. So. Interesting. That don't know the greatness of a lion's roar. It's majestic. I mean, why do I need to deal with the youths in Asia as an animal man anyway? What does that mean? I'm well emotionally fortified. Probably too much, but animals, bro, they do something to you. I grew up around it. So, like, I'm not gonna say I'm used to it, but it doesn't, I won't say that it doesn't affect me either, but I feel like my brain is kind of like, it just happens, and I could just only hope that it was painless as possible. Yeah. Giraffe sounds. Let's talk about giraffe sounds. The only thing, okay, I remember one time looking out my window, and there was like 3 giraffes just standing like almost directly outside my window. I was brushing my teeth, and then I went outside with my toothbrush in my mouth just to look at them. They were eating from the trees above me. I cannot for the life of me picture the giraffe noises right now. I don't know why. But I'm only human, and I believe when I... Is the correct lyrics? Yeah. Well, I believe when I fall down. Euthanasia sounds like youths in Asia. I see. Remember when I said I'm very literal? Remember when I said that? That's another sound I really like. Cicadas. I love the sound of cicadas. Just reminds me of my childhood, actually. Should look up giraffe sounds sometime then, definitely. I should. I feel like I should know this, but I cannot remember for the life of me. It's a wild time. Oh, fall down. Anyways, I'm traumatized. Oh, sorry. I'll freaking sing another one. I want to rescue a possum. Well, I was just talking about Dexter, the possum, who she was blind and loved her salads. I was talking about her. She was adorable. This song's kind of a vibe, isn't it? Sorry, I'm focusing. I'm locking in to write the last of this. Finally home. Just need to get ready to go back downtown to get some groceries and then to the quick gym session. Good luck at the gym, man. I think I should just cancel my gym at this point. I feel so guilty. I really need to go. They're the best and they don't have rabies. Oh, so you weren't here when I was going off on that spiel because I was just talking about this. used to yoink them as youth. They're so cute, right? And it's such a cool thing. They do not spread rabies. They don't have rabies. Right, I didn't mean it like that. It's just something I remember. It just keeps singing it. You're making it better for me anyways. Give me a different song to sing. I'll sing it. It was just the one that came to mind. They're the best, right? I think they're very underrated, and I think they're very cute, and people are way too scared of them for no reason. When they're actually relatively harmless. I've even gotten bitten by one and it wasn't even that bad, trust me. I'd find one in my yard and be like, let's go on a I thought you were gonna say a bloody adventure. Let's go on an adventure, buddy. Much to the opossum's dismay. We had one that came into our yard and always ate the figs from our fig tree and got really fat from our figs, but they were cute, so I didn't care. Keep singing whatever song you want to sing. If you really want me to recommend something, Heatwave. That's a hard one to sing though, like by yourself. Because that one's like heavily edited. There we go. Okay. Last poem. Have I told you about my pet raccoon? You got a pet raccoon? I've worked with them, you know, at a wildlife center. I've never had one as a pet. I think because I work with so many, I'm like a lot more hesitant to get stuff as pets. Honestly. I like this one. I like this one. Perfect. Okay. Last poem. I don't know what you're talking about. When I'm walking alone at night, I blast that shit in my ears and sing it so hard like a mania. Okay, I don't know how to sing it well. Should I say that? I don't know how to sing it well. This poem is called Hello. Pabalicious has food. Okay, this poem is called Childhood. Childhood was catching frogs in the gutter, drawing circles in the dust, and making mud pies. Childhood was grass-stained knees and sticky hands, the hum of summer cicadas, a flashlight under blanket forts. It was scraped elbows, melting popsicles, and the wild belief that the world would wait for us. Food, yeah, he was like, hello, I've got food. Hello. Yippee. I like this one too. I like this one a lot. Okay, so how many poems did we write today? That was do I have any others that I missed? I don't think so. I think I got them all. Red of the South, Silver Linings, Rain, the Death on a Dark Snowy Night, Dreams, Okay to Make Mistakes. Yeah. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, I did 9? Oh, I did not expect that. Oh, I want to put this guy here. Should I put him up here? Should I put him here? I'll put him here. I moved into this house in the city for college with a bunch of guys. One night the pizza delivery guy called and was like, bro, there's a big ass raccoon outside and I'm not testing it. So I went out and he was right. He was an ancient mangled raccoon, all gray stripes, totally faded with age, missing half his tail and part of his ear. He never even moved when I was around, and eventually we named him Roscoe. He moved into the area under my deck and liked to scare delivery drivers, but he'd sit with me on the porch and let me hand him pizza crust. Oh, that's so cute. I love that so much. That's adorable. Roscoe is such a good name. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. I'm trying to get the sticker open. What the frick? Why do they make stickers so hard to peel? Sometimes you do this on purpose. I swear to God. It's 9 already? That's more than I thought. Yeah, 9 poems. I wish I had done 10, to be honest, but I don't have another poem unless I write about... What did I write that was like popping off? I already forgot. Something about Africa, maybe. waking up to lions' rumbles, I think. Unless I made that into a poem. I don't know if I can make one on the fly like that, though. On stream? That's kind of scary. Is this not a sticker? Like, is this another fake sticker that you think is a sticker and it's not? Why can't I peel this? What the helly? What the hell? I bless the rains down in Africa. Please let me open you. I went missing one time and I was devastated, but one night there was this crazy wrestling outside. I opened my window and he was ripping apart my window basin cover. I was underground and it was covered by chicken wire. He succeeded and made a home literally in my windowsill. Oh my god, does that mean you could see his fat butt all the time? Like through your window? Because that would be great. I don't understand why they make stickers so hard to peel. What is the point? What is the reason that you made this so difficult? I want to use you, but I can't figure you out. He didn't like phones, but I got a video of him doing it that night. That's so cute. I don't think this is a sticker. Man, I really can't tell. He also had a no touchy policy. I mean, yeah, that checks out. Especially if it's a wild animal. Actually, this one's really nice because this one says, despite everything, I still love. That sounds very much like a silver lining, so I like that. I like all of them to have... I need to get more of these. I really want to get more. I really want more. Please, don't prove I'm right. He was literally just an old man. Just a grumpy old man. I love that. Heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. I beg you, don't embarrass me. Motherfucker. I want to use you, but I can't figure you out. Sounds like the start of a toxic relationship. I'm saying I'm just letting out. Hold on. I can't speak is what I can't do. I can't. It looks like it would peel here, right? It looks like it would peel there. But every time I try, nothing happens. I don't know why I sounded so Minnesota there for a second. Nothing happens. I don't understand. I don't get it. One time I reached out to pet him, handing him a crust, and the stink eye he gave me was warning enough that he was giving me one freebie. The next would cost a finger. Okay, so I worked a really fat raccoon named Holly, and every time I passed her enclosure, she would stick her hands through the bars of the cage, and she would do this. She'd go like this, because she wants her treats. She was really fat. Could not help myself. She was a fat girl, Holly. She was very cute though. But I did get to pet her. So haha, and poke her tubby tummy. It sounds like a Toronto raccoon. In a morning in Africa, I get awoken by an intimidating feeling. The feeling of something majestic. The feeling of a king. It was a lion's roar. It was like he announces he's the ruler of the savannah. How's this one? I like it. I like it. If you want constructive criticism, I don't tend to use the same word twice, especially following line to line. So, like the word feeling, I would switch it out with a different word. But otherwise, I love the feeling that you portrayed. I loved him so much. It was the best part of that house. I'd burn nations to ground for Roscoe. He's my Roman Empire. Aww, I do love that. That's so sweet. I don't have anything for this one, sadly. I love their hands. We used to give Roscoe a bowl to wash his hands. He used it like 30% of the time. Yeah, raccoons are very far-sighted, right? They have really bad vision. So their hands have these sensory pads on them, and that's why you see them like feeling around for things all the time, because they actually quote unquote see more with their hands than they do with their eyes. So when you feel them, like see them washing their hands and you see them patting things and doing this, is because they're trying to feel what's around them. Similar to a way that, you know, with whiskers, but even more so. Because raccoons are actually incredibly blind. not blind, but they do have very bad vision, which I thought was very funny. Got it, noted. True, I overused feeling, I see. Yeah, but it's not bad. Not bad by any means. Alright, that is the last of the poems. If you guys enjoyed the poems. I can't believe these aren't stickers either. I've been bamboozled. I've been bamboozled. I should draw. I really should. Or get like one of my friends, give them my notebook and be like, hey, can you draw some pictures in here? That's the best ever. If I get autographs or anything, I'll put them in here. I'll bring this. I'm sure he was extra blind because he was an ancient being from the times of yore. He sounds great. Old animals are always so funny. They're so... We had a snake who passed away a few months ago, but his name was Gus. He was a gopher snake. And he loved his food. He would never skip a meal. He just loved his food, no matter what you gave him. But he kind of became like a crinkly, spiny old guy by the end of it. But he was pretty active up until the very end. So I know he had a good life. Really talented at making poems. Many years of practice, I should say. Many, many years of practice. And that is that. That is that for the poetry. For the Bubba's Poetry Corner. Let me switch on over for you guys. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let me make sure I turn off this. Turn this off. Oh! Hold on. What did I do? There we go. Oh, hi, Brando. Hello. Every day I gotta thank Strawberry for this very beautiful notepad. I love it so much. Be struggling. I'm almost moving things around. Gopher snakes are so cool. I want a rat snake nest. Preferably one of the green Japanese rat snakes. I don't have any green snakes. What's that one snake that looks like the judgmental little green noodle? What's that one called? That one's really fun. Is that the rat snake? I think that is the rat snake. Hold on. It's not. Hold on. Green. Green? Is it the green rat snake? No, is it? It's not. There's a green judgmental snake. I like how Google knows. What's this one called? Long-nosed whip snake. Long-nosed whip snake. It's so funny. I love it. What a silly guy. He's hardcore judging you. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Oh, see, there's still so much to learn. There's still so much to learn when it comes to reptiles. There's just so many of them out there. And I am by no means a professional snake breeder or anything. I would say I'm not a professional carer. I am. That's literally my job, Bubba. I don't know what the frick you're talking about. But you lie. She lies. She lies. It is my dream, though. My absolute dream to work with penguins. I want to work with penguins so badly. Hopefully one day I can. I would love it. I would like it very much to work with penguins. Have you seen the bug-eyed Texas rat snake? I feel like I know that one. Bug-eyed Texas rat snake. Rat snake. Ugh. Yeah! Yeah! I have! This was the other one I was thinking of, actually. Why him eyes like that? Penguin. You guys know Benedict Cumberbatch? That video of Benedict Cumberbatch trying to say penguin, and every time is different? Nothing is more majestic than the Emperor Penguin. The penguin. Like, every time he said it different. Hold on. Now I need to find it for you guys, because stop, I typed that before you said it. Let's go. In addition to giraffe sounds, must also hear Benedict Cumberbatch try to say penguin. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. Bean? That's not right. Benedict Cumberbatch penguin. I like how it's in my search history, because I've...
Crested is penguins. Crested penguins. Parent penguin heading home. So why are these woodlands so attractive to penguins?
Penguins. Penguin? Oh my god. Okay, giraffe noise. What do you sound like? Okay, well, I've never worked with a giraffe. I've only seen them in the wild. I've never heard them say that. That's wild. What the heck?
Giraffe sounds.
That's so wild. My dream is either to be adopted as the unquestioned leader of a pack of hyenas or to manifest ownership of an immortal binturong. Okay, you mentioned hyenas, so I feel like I should tell my story about my experience with hyenas. Okay, so the story starts with me being very, very sick while I was working in Africa. I came down with a really, really bad, to this day, we don't know what it was. My mom suspects it was meningitis. I got really, really sick. Like, I think it was the most sick I've ever been in my life, and it was when I was genuinely really scared because I could not walk and I could not open my jaw very far. I actually physically could not walk. I was really weak. And the village ladies made mashed potatoes for me and had their husband go out to hunt a gazelle so they could make gazelle meat for me. It was very sweet. But that's also, they chopped it up into very fine pieces and like hand fed me. I was really, really sick. But that night, everyone left to go to the mess hall, which was about a mile's walk away. So I was left in my little mud hut, quite literally. And I heard a pack of hyenas. And they were doing their little hee-hee-ha-has. Their little hee-hee-ha-has. And they were circling my little mud hut. And I remember lying there, unable to move, staring at the ceiling, being like, oh my god, this is how I die. The hyenas are going to come inside and kill me. They never did, but I still remember to this day looking up at the ceiling and hearing these hyenas snuffling around outside and making their little hee-hee-ha-has. It was kind of crazy. She had safari sickness. I don't know what it was. I really don't. I remember we did make it out to the savannah about 2 days later. I was still a little bit sick, but I had been mostly working at the wildlife center, so I don't really know what I caught, but yeah, it was pretty wild. They're thinking about how they could. They probably were, right? Hi, sorry for following earlier, also for not chatting. Hey, don't ever apologize. Thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate it. Don't apologize at all. Trust me. Everyone has their own lives, and I will never judge you for it. I appreciate you stopping by, though. They're probably like not calorically significant, or like this one has to probably that one. They hear me just like coughing out my lungs, being like, yeah. So that's my story about hyenas. Yeah. Wild experience. I was so sick. that was scary. And then literally like the day after I recovered from that, I got pink eye. But I kept a warm compress on my face the whole night and then went away the next day. So there's that at least. Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, I love writing poetry on stream. I know it may not be the most entertaining for you guys, but genuinely it makes me so happy to be able to share this with everyone. This little hobby of mine. I write all these poems and then I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait to do a Handcam stream and just write my poems and do my little yaps. And maybe I yap a little too much. I don't know. But I love reminiscing and talking about things. Thanks, guys. I love it. I love doing this, and I'm really glad you guys showed up. Yeah. My ball python notices their rat get even a degree colder. They're like, nah, you're trying to kill me. I'm assuming you feed them like frozen, right? Thawed. I usually leave the mice overnight to defrost. And then in the morning, if they're still too cold, I'll put them under the heat lamp because I'm lazy and I don't want to put them in the microwave. I don't put them under the heat lamp, but just let them sit there while I deal with the other animals. Yeah. It's always a great time. I appreciate you guys sticking around. It's not everyone's thing, but I really love it. I like showing off my little interests. Yeah. That's not fair to them. They used to be like that. Now they're piggies. Where our snakes don't eat live anymore because, again, most of our snakes are rescues. And one time, they had a live rat in the snake enclosure, and apparently the rat killed the snake and ate half its body. I wasn't there at the time, but apparently that's what happened, and the zookeeper at the time didn't notice. They got fired because they didn't check for a day, and that snake was dead and half eaten, which is crazy. So now we don't feed them live anymore. This was before my time, but I was like, damn, that's crazy. Yeah. Off topic, I got Cheeto mac and cheese. Cheeto mac and cheese. Interesting. Oh.
Yeehaw, starting another year.
Yeehaw.
Second of many to come.
Aw, thank you so much, Moody. Thank you so much for the 13 months. That's crazy. Thank you, I appreciate it. And I hope we have many more happy months. Yippee. I love this stream. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I hope you guys like the poems too. I'll try to post more of them. I didn't know people actually like them, like me posting them, but I'll try to post more of them. Yeah. Feeding live is such a bad idea in my opinion. Snakes are predators, but they're literally ramen with muscles. We can make it easier. That plus the fact that snakes in the wild have a lot more ground to cover when they hunt versus snakes in captivity only will have like the feeding bin or like their enclosure depending on where you feed them. So it makes it a lot more difficult because obviously mice and rats are very dexterous. So they're going to be able to avoid a lot more and have the potential to hurt them because, you know, they're backed up into a literal corner. Whereas in the wild, snakes can sit and wait and strike differently than they would in captivity, if that makes any sense. Yeah. No rush or anything. Just wanted to check, are we still on with strawberry for tonight? Yeah, I'm fine with that. If I gave my BP a live rat, he'd be like, Dad, please, there's a monster in here. Our Rosies eat so slowly. They take their time. I tongue feed those guys, and they like they open their mouths so slowly. It's very cute, but also very much like, oh my god, how do you guys survive? Rosy boas are one of the slowest snakes in the world, and that's how they hunt. They just go very slowly. They are technically constrictors, but I don't know, man. They're so slow. When they were babies, they struck really fast. Francine was one of our Rosies, and she bit me like several times. Almost every week she was biting me. But she was so tiny that it didn't really hurt. But now she's so slow. She grew up and she's just like, I'm gonna take my time. You feed your Black Panther rats, how does that affect his ability to kill support? Get some hogs, they're like vacuums. I want one so badly because they're just so adorable. My dad would kill me if I got another tank. I'm already taking up a lot of space with my gecko tanks. I wanted to get some dumpy tree frogs as well, but I'm, you know, at the end of the day, I'm trying to be respectful. We already got 4 cats, 2 geckos, and a dog, so. I'm gonna be careful. He can never be ambushed. Animals are just so amazing. I really want to get more experience in marine life as well, because I just love everything about marine life, but I have very little experience in it, so I didn't know how I would start with that. Like, I did do research on whales and dolphins, but it's different than actually caring for them, you know? So I don't know. I would love to get an experience like that though. I see, fascinating. Anyways. Is there anyone we want to raid tonight? What kind of vibes do we want to go for, guys? There's someone I want to raid into, but they're playing Resident Evil. Is that too intense for you guys right now? We don't have to raid into them if not. But they just got a new model, so I kind of want to support them. Maybe I will raid into them. Because why not? Why the heck not? I think ball pythons are better pets than hogs, to be honest. Hogs can be fun, don't get me wrong, but there's something nice about the heft of a python. A little more stable. Lifespan is better too. Yeah, when my ball python passed away, he was around 20 years old. He was an old one. I see the streamer you could raid. Her name is Boobalicious. Ha ha, very funny. Ha ha. Look, you know what? We're just gonna have my face from now on. You don't get to see anything, because apparently that's all I am to you, huh? I'm just booba to you. Send it? Yeah, I think I'm gonna raid into them. Oops, never mind. What'd you say? Rated 7, yum. That's true, but I also have not rated this. They just came back from like a long hiatus, so I kind of feel like I want to raid into them. I misread it that one time. It's practically impossible for me to pivot, I swear. I'm sure that is the reason. Absolutely. Yeah, anyways, so we're gonna raid into Zomboy. Oh my god, he's got a new model and everything. Give him lots of support, guys. Okay, I'll be back tomorrow with Rivals. We're gonna play Gambit. Thank you guys so much for sticking around today. I really appreciate it. Oh, thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. And yeah, until then, stay sweet, be kind to someone you love, and I'll see you all later. Bye bye.